you ain't know. If the children crying for starvation, just don't spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, don't spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, don't spoon.
Reverend Nimble is being escorted. Do you have anything to say to Spoon TV? Okay. You have anything to say to Spoon TV?
Whatsoever you put on Spoon TV concerning is false. It's all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know you put one side of the story. That's ironic without me.
Okay, but the folks say you took money from them for Australia.
You know, you've been listening.
90%.
But do your investigation first before you proceed on that. You know, information is wrong.
90% are they lying on you or 90%?
It's lies. It's all lies. I have a document. It's all false.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, folks, Reverend Nimble is being escorted. You have anything to say to Spoon TV? Okay. You have anything to say to Spoon TV?
Whatsoever you put on Spoon TV concerning is false. It's all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know you put one side of the story. That's ironic without me.
Okay, but the folks say you took money from them for Australia.
You know, you've been listening.
90%.
But do your investigation first before you proceed on that. You know, information is wrong.
90% are they lying on you or 90%?
It's lies. It's all lies. I have a document. It's all false.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, folks, there you have it. Of course, President George Weah's religious advisor, Reverend Nimble, just told Spoon TV that everything that is being said about him is not true. As you see there, he's been escorted. So let's see if we can talk to the first person right before us here.
To ask Mr. Nimble to refund our money. Money was given to him individually that had to do with traveling to Australia, fake program to get visas from Australia, and we pay a lot of money, and up to now we are nowhere to be in Australia. So he left the country and back, so we were able to contact the police and arrested him. Yes, we are here to get our money back.
So when you say money for visa processing to Australia, how did you get to know about this? What actually motivated you to, give into this?
I was motivated by a title in who as an advisor to the president, former president, and also the revenue he carried. Okay. That gave me motivation. But and other way, one of my friends told me about the program, which I will move because we all want to go out there and hustle. So I will move to get in the program. After spending a lot of money, we got to know that everything was fake.
How much exactly did you pay?
I paid roughly $1,500, which is doing notarization, doing other things. But for the visa, he asked each and every one of us to pay $750 for Australian visa.
$750 for the Australian visa.
Yes.
And then processing fees went up to $1,500 United States dollars.
Yeah, everything.
When exactly did you start paying this money?
We started, the whole program started August 2023. We started the whole program.
And when I have meeting here with any in the year. What I'm telling you is that I your text is going on and I thought, what the fuck wrong with you, baby? No, I don't talk to any other farmer. I can test this type of the fucking podcast stage from the cantor. Nobody will get inside with a weapon. Okay, then fuck you and sit down here. I will not find your own pay. What the fuck wrong with you, baby? You got no respect to you? What the fuck wrong with you? You want to test this type people yet? Go ahead. Go ahead, be rude. You're not rude. You're on the line. You've been on the line here for a long time. Everybody stay in the office here. Nobody bring you to a meeting. As long as in DA, as law enforcement officer, I will come anywhere with gun. You didn't tell your man to tell me what they can do it. I'm not in your office, but you cannot stop me from moving with weapon in this place here. And nobody can stop me. Anybody enter my office the next time, it doesn't matter if you come back to my office, it's not allowed to come to my office. Yes, sir. They can't even try it. Yes, sir. They can't even try it, I can tell you. But you have to put me outside now. They need to come and put me outside. No, you need to be giving them order to put me outside. I'm not fighting you, AB. You're not getting that from me. I'm not going to fight you. You've been very disrespectful and unprofessional since you started here, and we've been tolerating you. You've been tolerating you. Wait, you won't tell me about professionalism? Yeah, look, I can tell you that based on my professional judgment, you treat as you are. Me and you in America, you can compare what I was doing. I'm a damn. What mean is that you're a poster. You're a damn poster and a liar. Who are you? I am.
Talking about you who?
I was a damn federal agent. Go and check my record.
Let me see how there's a damn like the federal employee that working as a government. Everybody goes down in the block.
Or GL12? Or GL12? You think, no, that only in front of people, in front of these people, you can bullshit.
I gave you an opportunity.
Based on my professional judgment,
I gave him misusing.
where professional
judgment? What
judgment?
you're misusing.
You give me this job?
I did.
You employ me?
I sent me to the president to pay you the job.
You recommended me.
I did that because I thought you were a good guy, but
you're not a good human being.
All right, I'm not. Go ahead.
You are very disrespectful. You are unprofessional. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
Don't do
I tell you, shut the fuck up.
You do not come after you. You do not come after you.
Just bring that nigga go to jail.
I can't go to jail.
You can't go to jail. My man will disrespect you.
I can't go to jail.
Every time my man will
They
disrespect
can't do
you.
it. They do what's in there.
You can't have a people set on you. Who the fuck you think you are? You take that and put it down. You take that and put it down. Who the fuck you think you are? Shut up. Get the fuck out of me. Why you holding me?
No, but I gotta hold you.
You holding me?
I can't hold you.
Why you holding me? Why you holding me? Why you holding me?
You slapping me?
That's why you for me. Why you holding me for? That's why you must pay. Call my man. Call my man.
You slapping me? You the chief officer.
No, call my man.
Wait. You slapping me?
The man assaulted me.
What's that on my face? What's that? Go tell the kid how to do. You spraying. What you do? You say you soldier? So just I'm waiting for you. Stupid man. Come on, go down. Come on, fuck you, man. Once for it, just for it one time. Hey, the man office. You know who the is it true story? I know who the sit down. Sit down. Come on, sit down. Man, Derek wants to spray the place. They already sprayed. They already sprayed. The other guy, the other guy punched me in my face. The other guy, the other guy, she punched me in my face. Are you listening?
You're funny, are you already see you sick and you won't be down there? Somebody funny, you forgot where to go. Give me that.
No, they do a premeditated. Baby, where are you? I'm getting you.
You got rid of woman on the court or something.
Come up the floor yet.
No, you're not going to my man, heavy.
Open the door.
No fool yet. Nobody has fool yet, nobody.
Yeah,
Okay, so Tunto Spoon, you're from Maryland, you're from Grand Gila, you're from Sino County, you're from Bapolu, across the 15 counties of Liberia. Tunto Spoon, that's why we are across the country on several frequencies. Many thanks to our partner radio stations. And regardless of where you are, you're somewhere in Australia, in the US, in Canada, you can always tune to Spoon. Of course, we are live online, always streaming across the internet on YouTube and on Facebook, on Spoon Talk Live on YouTube, and on Spoon TV and Fabric TV on Facebook. I want to say thanks to all of you tonight for joining us on another edition of the program. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. My name is Nelson Colette, and it's a great thing to be here tonight. And I want to say thanks to all of you who always make up time to be here with us every single day on each edition of the program. So thanks again for joining us. Um, as usual, we're gonna have a great show tonight. We have about an hour or so to be here, so we're gonna make sure to touch on some of the issues, the happenings in the country, and it gave you the opportunity to have your say on those issues as well. Kindly share the program as you come on. We will appreciate if you were to do that. Share the show as you join us tonight. And yes, so we're going to bring you the updates as usual, and then get into our discussion here for tonight. But quickly, let me recognize a few of you in the comment section. I see Eric Magiri is here. Thanks for joining us. Jenkins Hinen has joined us as well tonight. Doris Sasaki Kopor is here. Thanks for joining us. I see Melvin Flomo. Melvin Davis as well is here. Thanks to all of you guys for joining us tonight on this edition of the Late Night Show. Kindly share the program as you come on. I see Kwame Love Gray is here tonight. Princess Ross, thanks for joining us. And yes, it's going to be a great show. Fascinating discussion coming up. Last edition of the program was great. And of course, we're here again tonight. Nelson Amos Pay, thanks for being here. Okolako Colley, we appreciate you for joining in tonight. Nash Prince Dewey, Florence Harris, I see Bernard Davis, and of course Alex Young is here, Augustine Taylor, Joseph Colley, all of you guys tonight. Thanks for joining us on this edition of the program. Of course, we're here again to talk about Liberia, to talk about the happenings, to talk about what's going on in the country, and bring you up to speed with and the happenings in the country. Sorry, I want to get something coming up here. And then, of course, it gave you the time, the opportunity to have your say on those different issues here tonight. Well, I just like us to quickly move on to some of the updates. What are some of the happenings in the country that you need to know? Of course, some of which you've already been following. So we will bring you a few of those happenings. So the first thing is that most of you are aware, you've been following the situation transpiring at the LDA. Of course, you did see a communication from the president, a letter today suspending all three heads of the institution today. That was a very strong one coming from the office of the president. Though the president is not in country currently, but even in his absence, that communication was being served following the incident that's unfolding at the LDEA. And of course, on the flip side, you did follow. Of course, there's an investigation going on with regards to this particular situation. But today, the Senate did set up a committee as well to investigate this particular situation and be able to come up with a comprehensive report and something that will be able to find a way forward with respect to what's happening at the level of the LDA, since in fact it borders on national security, and it has a whole lot to do with the image of the country and all of that. So why this is going on, the a Grand Crew County lawmaker, former pro tem of the Liberian Senate, Senator Albert Chia, today addressed a communication to the Senate requesting some 11 million to recondition all of the domestic airstrips across the country, and that's about 11 airstrips across domestic airstrips across the country, to try to recondition those areas so as to boost tourism in the other parts of the country, and ensure that folks who do not want to travel to those other parts of the country using vehicles can easily commute by means of those different domestic airstrips we have across the country. And it was received as well, and and that's another one. But another update here quickly is something coming from the Liberia Board for Nursing and Midwifery. They are threatening to shut down midwifery schools across the country that are operating illegally. According to the head of this board, there are lots of midwifery schools, nursing schools as well, operating across the country that do not have permit. They're not going in line with the curriculum. And since, in fact, it borders on human lives, it borders on the safety, the well-being of women, especially so our mothers and sisters across the country who go at those different facilities to give birth. The people who are being trained, uh, the institutions that are training those people should go to obtain permit. They should go through the process that's required before making sure that they go ahead with this practice. Now, on the flip side, the senator of Lofa County made a very strong statement today at the Senate. A lot of you are aware that three Sierra Leoneans were arrested in connection with some drug situation by the LDEA, and one of whom is a military personnel and all of that. The chairman on security and defense at the level of the Liberian Senate today says he's receiving intelligence that that process that led to the arrest of that national, the intelligence is receiving is not good. There was some breach of diplomatic protocols, especially so arresting someone who's in another country's military outfit and all of that. So he raised some serious concerns about that, asking the government of Liberia to take this seriously. If the relationship between the two countries must be maintained in a very unique way. And so a lot is going on in the country, and we thought to just bring you a few of those happenings here as we move on with the show tonight. Uh, let me welcome Swari to the show. Swari, welcome. It's good to have you here tonight. Thanks for joining us on the show.
Yeah,
So
yeah, thank you.
yeah, so I'm gonna come to you quickly, Swari. But just the final update I want to throw in here is that the president is calling for concrete actions to achieve Africa's transformative future. Um, and he made this comment when he addressed the opening session of the Korean African Summit. As you know, the president is in Korea as we speak. He's there with some officials of government. So the president of Liberia, President Boakai, is calling on world leaders to recollect that the future is not guaranteed unless concrete actions are taken to leverage Africa's potential to achieve the common goals and foster transformed, equitable, and sustainable future for its people. So the president is keen on the area on the issue that has to do with globalization and technological advancement, and especially for the African continent. Liberia, of course, is of no exception. These are areas that he wants world leaders to give more attention, to strengthen African countries, especially that are lagging behind when it comes to these advancements in the world of technology and all of that. So yeah, those are just a few I thought to throw in. But you want to do your opening quickly, Soiree, as we try to kickstart the show here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. Like you said, quickly, we have limited time. Looking at the time, a folder given to us. Basically, I want to begin by saying hi to each and every one that is following the platform. And I want to say it is always a pleasure being here. Please share the show with other people so we can get these conversation. What is on my mind is the issue about Liberia, always trending issue, mostly like you talk about the DEA. And we talk about the presidentry as well. I listen to the president. He talk about the issue about agriculture, we is really, really cardinal, and it is one of the things that is part of that summit. I think I'm still to be corrected. That summit is one of the first summits in South Korea there. Then, and basically, when you listen to other leaders, they talk about agriculture, they talk about food insecurity. Listen to the president instruction on these things and talk about globalizing the issue about agriculture, wherein various African countries will not suffer from gaining food from one another. That which economically could bring some benefit to the country. So I think it was a unique thing listening to the president. So, like you said, we have more to discuss. Let's get into the show as we have limited time. Thank you very much for having me here again.
Okay, so thanks a lot, Soiree. And now, we had this on the plate last evening for discussion, but the issues we couldn't exhaust everything on. But today, you have seen some updates with respect to what's unfolding at the LDEA. I saw a post from a couple of officials of government. One one of them happens to be the senator of Montserrat County, Senator Abraham Darius DeLon. He raised some serious concerns with respect to what was happening or what is happening at the LDEA. And this is what the senator posted. He said, LDEA, embarrassing. Time for action. Change or be changed. Either one or both must, should be replaced with immediacy. So I will try to get this up, but this is what Senator DeLon wrote. And even today at the Senate, senators were equally concerned about this. When it came to the AOB, senators were they had a mini debate with respect to the unfoldings. But again, we woke up to new developments as you watched the video that was played from before the very start of the show. And earlier on, you listened to the two deputies at the LDEA as well. They have been, giving their own side of the story relative to what transpired and everything. And then now, so this is the post I was just speaking of. I just spoke of from the senator before everything that happened today, before the letter and everything came out. This is what Senator Dillon posted. That the situation is embarrassing. It's time for action, changed or be changed, change or be changed, either one or both, and all of that. Now, the next thing we saw was a communication from the office of the president. Alfred, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. A communication from the office of the president, suspending all three officials, all three heads of the institution, and why the investigation is going on, the 3 officials remain suspended, and they will not be paid. And I just want to just read through this quickly. When it says the president of the Republic of Liberia has with immediate effect suspended without paid pending investigation Director General Mr. Abraham Kurma, Deputy Director General for Administration Mr. Gao Cole, and Deputy Director General for Operations Mr. Hassan Fadigad, and you see the rest of it there. Now, let's talk about what this means for this administration. Now, we have seen over the time, welcome to the show, Ture. Thanks for joining us. We have seen over the time some unfoldings that have required some immediate intervention. And at a point, like yesterday on the show, some of the guys he has said, some of the folks he has said, I think it was to Ray or some other persons, that the president is slow to act. The president was not being very swift in addressing certain issues in the country, that people, especially when this issue about names, the official listing from the president being tampered with, how people were being, let's say, names were surfacing for nominations that in some cases were thought to have been placed there by, not by the president, but by someone or whatever. A lot of people thought that heads needed to roll, that the president was being too slow, on acting on those issues. But here we are. The incident occurred yesterday, and the president put out a letter today suspending all 3 heads of the institution. We're going to look at the other sides, the other aspects of this thing here. But let's take our first 1 minute on this. I mean, what does this say? What's the path we find ourselves on now? Are we about to see a robust, a more proactive President Joseph Boakai, especially with the recent action? In less than 24 hours, immediate suspension without pay, and action has been taken by the presidency. Should we give it up to the president? I mean, is it fair to say that he's on top of it at this time? He got this, and we're just about to see a whole shift with respect to the way the presidency reacts to some of those issues in the country. Now, let's start with you, Ture. I know you just coming in. Then we're going to move to Alfred and then Soiree.
Nelson, thank you so very much. Good afternoon to you. Good evening, Alfred, Soiree. Good to be here with you guys. Look, let me tell you, Nelson, there's a saying that says better late than never. You know what I mean? There's always time for people to rekindle their actions and reactions and whatever it is, man. I am super proud of the president decisive nature that he exhibited in this situation. I think this is of no brainer. This was the right decision by the president. Some people say, well, maybe the president should have waited for investigation before doing that. But I mean, look, the recording obviously just put the whole situation in a total light. This was bad. It was bad for the image of the country, and certainly bad for administration that just coming to power. You don't need this. You don't deserve this kind of negative PR. Nobody wants this. It's not good for Liberia. It's certainly not good for the administration. So it was a decisive, swift action taken by the president. And I just pray to God that this will be the president, you know what I mean? Sort of like action moving forward, right? Not waiting for something to compound, not waiting for something to actually, you know what I mean, deteriorate into what we're able to see, at the LDA. So this is great. This is welcoming, and I just pray to God that the president will not take his foot.
No, you just said we should give it up to the president. Was this proactive or reactive?
Well, I mean, this was. I mean, look. At the end of the day,
It's a
Nelson,
good thing,
look, look, look.
and I'm asking this question with an eye
Well,
on something. The good thing here is that you are you are a PR professional par excellence, right? I mean, you come to this with a wealth of knowledge. Ture, what just happened? I mean, we're seeing the communication. Was it proactive or reactive?
well, obviously, this was reactive. This was a reactionary posture exhibited by the president. But nevertheless, look. At the end of the day, you know,
So should we be hailing a reactive approach or a proactive approach?
well, Nelson. At the end of the day, look, Liberia. The situation of Liberia is kind of like it's hard because the system has been so polarized culturally, traditionally, religiously, everything. So nobody can actually just react to somebody because the emotional attachment is so prevalent that it's hard for people to make decisions, even when people are doing the right thing. People just feel like these things gonna ease themselves out, that people actually, sort of like amicably solve problems, right? But that is bad for a country that has been subjected to so many wrong that or aging state, man, who's coming now to really change what have been sort of like done over the years. So obviously whatever was done today, yes, I would term it as reactive, but at the same time, I think it was far better than what the president has been doing for the past 4 months. So with his decision, with his move on this one, yeah, reactive, but in a good way.
Okay, but let's hear from you, Alfred. Your take on this one.
Well, I feel disappointed, as a former military person, someone who served the country in uniform, but from a different perspective, especially the armed forces of Liberia. But I think I address this question. There are a few things that the DAs really went below the belt, and that has to do with the core values. There are 7 core values. Among them is honor.
No, yeah, we're gonna come to that aspect. We want to deal with the action from the presidency here first.
Yeah, I will come to the president because
start the conversation from there before going into the whole the other aspect, the whole DA.
We will not leave the politics out of it, but in terms of the professionalism of these individuals, I think the guys need to go. There's something in the Armed Forces of Liberia Act that says for the good of the service, the leader take decisions.
And I don't know
whether it applies to the DLG.
We're going to get to that aspect, but my question to you, Alfred, is looking at the action from the presidency. Looking at the action from the president, a situation transpired yesterday. Today there was a release of taking a very strong decision, and not just suspending the parties involved, but without pay. Is it fair to give it out to the president at this time? Is it fair to say that he's on top of this? Contrary to what we've seen in time past, especially when there were some issues unfolding, and then others thought that the president should have taken some swift action or made some swift decisions. No, but it didn't come up. I mean, is it fair to give it up to the president at this time, given that in just a day, about 24 hours, there's a communication of an action that's been taken?
Well, I think I will agree with my brother Ture. I think the president was reactive, owing to the fact that this issue just escalated to this point, where because we can say in our Liberian parlance, we say where there is smoke, there is fire, right?
Yeah.
Remember when Mr. Honorable Fadiga suspended the guy from the airport, and there where the whole thing started. And I don't think the president will tell us that he's not in the know when he has been having cabinet meetings. Remember, Mr. Kuma accused Mr. Fadiga of gross insubordination, of firing someone without his consent at the airport. And this brought serious commotion between the two of them that we have to involve senators in the process. So I think the president was reactive, but in a good way, because
Reactive
doing
in a good
nothing,
way.
yeah, doing nothing is not an option. It's not an option, rather. So I think the president was reactive, but it was in a good way to kind of arrest the situation. Now,
Okay. So
let's talk about the professionalism
no,
of the
we're going to
individual.
come to the professionalism. That's when we discuss in that video too. We're going to come to the professionalism, but I just want us to brush over this, and we're going to come back to you, Alfred. Vasco, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on tonight. Let's hear your take on this. Soiree, the action from the president.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of them going in the DA. It was reactive. Let's be honest to the disco. It was reactive, but very productive to the service of the LDA, because you cannot be serving an institution you wanting to carry this act on. I mean, you guys behave like boss today. So basically, it was reactive, but in a timely manner.
Looking at the fact that this action was taken in about 24 hours after this outburst, after this altercation. I mean, what sort of path do you see the presidency moving on hereafter?
Yeah, sometimes we say the president is very slow, but sometimes I want to say being slow and show is very correct, right? Sometimes you don't just want to take certain action at the end of the day. You come and sit by and wanting to regret that action, right? So I think we are getting on the part of productivity. We have always come on the platform. Though sometimes we get zapped to say, "Oh, president, take action, take action." But that is government. Sometimes you want to listen to advisor, you want to do this, you want to do that. But I think it was reactive, but in a timely manner, and it was very timely. It was very timely.
Now, someone is saying that this is something that has been building up. It has been building up over the time. From the airport situation to another situation at the very entity the other time. This is something that has been building up. All right, till it got to the point where it exploded. What we saw just yesterday. I mean, but anyway, thank you.
Yeah, let me say something to that quickly. The very first time happened, I think there was a peace meeting, right? The security advisor and some senators was involved into that peace meeting. They had that meeting. We thought in our mind things were resolved, but again, today when we saw that little letter about some allegation. After then, we saw suspension from the presidency. So I mean, in the minds of the president, things were resolved, right? Because things happened first. There was some meeting, and they told us that everything was cool. We listened to them several times, they said everything was cool. But unfortunately, today we did see some of the video on Spoon that were very disgusting. So I mean, for the action today, it was reactive but very in a timely manner and in the interest of the LDU.
Thank you very much. Vasco, just take your 1 minute. Your take. The presidency. The president has reacted to this particular situation. I mean, is it fair to give it up this time? I know, Vasco, you're one of those persons who have been on this platform over and over, time and time. You've criticized the president of being very slow in taking actions and all of that. You've predicted the worst for this government. I mean, because you're a seditious. But I mean, given what has happened, a situation transpired at the DEA, LDA, in about 24 hours. The president has taken a decision. A letter is up suspending all 3 heads of the institution. I mean, is it fair, Vasco? Despite you do not support this administration, but is it fair to give it out to the president this time around?
Lord Nelson, first of all, let me say hi to everybody.
Nikhil, welcome to the show.
Hi to our listening audience. Nelson, these are some of the things we've been talking about. When we say the president's slow, yes, even my 11 years old child, if she was the head of the country, she's going to take, the decision is going to be taken yesterday. Yesterday. I know they say they got better late than never, but
not good for me at all. Vasco, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead,
yes.
Sir.
That's what I'm saying. The action that was taken today That action should have been taken yesterday when that incident occurred. And this is frustrating. This is something these are some of the things we talk about leadership ability. These are something that this thing been happening. It's been growing gradually. I think the head of this country, which is the president, should have given these people maybe 1 or 2 warning letters ever since. Undercover. That alone could bring the tension down at the place. But he kept it until, say, yesterday morning. Yesterday morning, something that was all over the place. The president even suspending them, waiting for investigation. Look, what happened when there's no investigation? The 2 people should go.
Okay.
No,
So we're going to come to that
the
aspect.
action the president suspending at the end of the
We're
day.
going to come to that aspect, but I just thought to.
But I'm not giving nothing to him because he should have taken it. Anybody could take that decision what the president did today. So nobody can praise him for that. Anybody could take that decision. Even maybe for yesterday they would take a better decision.
No, but Vasco, again, you sat on this platform and criticized the president for being very slow in taking actions, making decisions on these kinds of issues. Now, something happened in about 24 hours. The president have taken a position. He has suspended all 3 heads of the institution and giving someone the authority to act. Vasco, don't you think this is progress to some extent that we're seeing right here with the coming from the presidency?
Nelson, when people do what they're supposed to do, or people do what is needed, then that's only for all to praise them or tell and say this is the decision that's supposed to happen. Any good leader would make this kind of a decision. So we don't have to praise him for it. They have all of stuff that Miata family and case what the president is holding up for the inauguration. He didn't take any action for that. These are some of the things we're looking at, corruption and other things. But what the 2 guys did over there, anybody could take that decision. So we should hold the president for it.
Thank you. Mikael, let's get a 1 minute on this one. What do you think?
Well, gentlemen, your hello. Everybody in the radio land, your hello. Well, thank you, Nessie. Thank you for bringing on us every day. Come here to give our little 2 cents on what is going on in our country. Well, that established something here for one fact. The president is out of the country, in different country. They're on a official meeting. He's not in Liberia, or he's not in Liberia running the day-to-day matter there. So there are different things going on. Iran is, wherever he is right now. Now, this thing happened, and we all know, giving those guys positions, they're not even supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
They're supposed to know way better than that.
But given the action taken by the president.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to. So, first of all, that commends the president for doing that. Because when you hear something, you can't just start taking actions. You got to hear things. People got to explain to you what is going on, what happened, and all that before you come to a conclusion. As a leader, you're the last say in the room. You can't just jump up because you hear something going on. Oh, I'm taking decision right away. No. People there to give you the information. They will give it to you. You got to think through it and all that before you come up with a decision. So Vasco, the president, is not slow. He's the last say in the room. So he's the president for the country. He can just run the decisions if he's not thought through it yet. And first of all, like I said, he's not home. So yes, I would just stop right there because I think you guys been talking about it already. So
thank you.
The right decision.
Yeah.
So
I want us to go to the next aspect of this. 2 things. Number 1, a lot of you, I guess all of you on set here have watched the video already. You saw what transpired. And then the next thing is comparing what you've seen on the video to that of the action. All 3 persons under suspension, pending investigation. All 3 persons will not receive a dime in the throughout the period of the investigation. You will not receive a dime. Whether the investigation comes up and you are wrong, you didn't do what, at the end of the day, all 3 persons will not receive a dime, suspension without pay. But then also watching the video, taking into consideration what happened. I want you guys to just take your 2 minutes each, make your own analysis on this video, and then we make a quick transition from here. So let's start with you, Alfred. Then we're gonna move to Ray, Vasco, and then we just follow the queue. Let me bring Marie and Francis on. Welcome to the show, Marie and Francis. But Alfred, go ahead. Let's hear you. Alfred, you are muted.
Yeah, thank you very much. I watched the video and
should we play the video again for the sake of our audience?
Yeah, for the sake of our audience.
Okay.
You don't want to play the video again. Let's go to
I think you should for proper perspective. I think you should. I think you should.
So let's play just a portion of the video. Just a portion.
Based on my professional judgment, where professional judgment? You give me the job.
I did.
You employ me.
Send me to the president to give you the job.
You recommended me.
I did that because I thought you were a good guy, but
you're not a good human being.
All right, I'm not. Go ahead.
You are very disrespectful. You are unprofessional. Shut the fuck up when I'm talking. I tell you, shut the fuck up.
Don't do that. You do not go after you. You do not go after you.
Let's bring that leader go to jail.
I can't go to jail.
You can't go to jail. You can't go to jail. My man will disrespect you.
I can't go to jail.
Every time my man will
They
disrespect
can't do
you.
it. They do what's on TV.
You can't you would have ever do that. You take that and pull you down.
Stop it.
You take that and pull you down. Who the fuck you think you are?
The whole long, it's a whole long, but that just a portion of it right there. But let's hear your take on this, and just to do all in one today, and I mean today, on the Spoon Talk, the deputy for operations accused the director proper of being involved with drug cartel. He said that without holding back. But let's end up with the video thing. Just take your 1 minute 30 seconds. Let's reduce it to 1 minute 30 seconds, and then we're gonna move on to the next person, Alfred.
Thank you very much, Nelson. There is something we call leadership ethos. Some people call it ethos, right? And what that means is the belief, the culture of the institution that guide the behaviors of leaders and personnel within that institution. You want to make sure that you whatever you do, your action that you take, it represents you as an individual and also represent the institution that you are representing. In the posture of that, you bring dishonor to that institution and you bring dishonor to yourself as an individual. What I saw today was a complete dishonor that these guys brought up to the institution. And I think if I was in the president's seat, they will not come back. For the good of the service, they will not come back. After the investigation, whether somebody was right or wrong, the fact that the lack of camaraderie between the 3 guys, the lack of respect among them, downgraded their level of professionalism that they talk about, that they brag about. So if I was in the presidency, they will not come back for the good of the service.
Thank you, Alfred. Toure, let's hear from you quickly. Then we take Vasco, Marie, and then we're gonna follow the queue.
And Nelson, what we saw today, because I mean, obviously it happened yesterday, but what we saw today was, a gross, violation of ethics, a workplace hostility. I mean, you name it. Professionalism obviously cannot even be mentioned because that was not even a part to play into it. It was absolutely gross. To see professional people behave the way they behave. Look, as a leader in my field, at least where I work, AB should have de-escalate. Even though AB posture and what he was saying did not sort of like, come up as being imposter actually. But he should have done more. He should have allowed to actually get to the point where he got to, because he's the leader, right? But absolutely out of this world. I have never ever seen anything like that, and I cannot even imagine that such a thing can happen in that space. That was bad, man. This is not a third world country. We understand that there are a lot of things that are bad in Liberia, but to find that situation there, that was like something happening in a ghetto, for crying out loud. That was bad. That was absolutely bad. And look, and I understand, people have to understand, a suspension without pay, you have to have actually violated your own constitutional provision within your role, right? So when it dismissed, I mean when it suspend you without pay, that's saying that you have not only violated you know what I mean, your position as to where you're serving, but that's the undermining your own binding laws established that's supposed to guide you, right? As an individual. And once you are put on suspension without pay, it's tantamount to dismissal, because it has to be so bad for you to get suspended without pay. And when you get suspended without pay, just know now you are in two areas now, right? The likelihood of you coming back, you know what I mean, it's 50-50.
Okay. Thank you, Ture. Vasco, let's hear from you. Then we take Mary. Mika will be next.
Yeah, look, these are so-called educated, experienced guys. Fadiga used to sit on the social media, look down on other people.
No. I don't want you to confuse it. Hassan
coming there. That's how I want to take
No, but Hassan is different from Hussein. The brother on Spoon Talk is not the one at LDEA. Hope you know that.
Used to talk too, Nelson. They used to have their own show on Facebook. Yeah.
Go ahead, Vasco.
They used to talk. All of them were politicians, yeah. I'm talking about the Fadiga. These people are the most educated people. That's what they told the Liberian people. But you see, the God I will say, God can expose you when you come to a place through lies. From the time they need A.B. Coman as the head of the DEA, I told someone, I said, I hope they will be messed up. A.B. Coman is now administrator. Look at the DEA. It tells you that you got a group of people that are going to defend the country, they're going for war. See how they can be looking. I said something today. That group should be a professional group. That group should be almost like the way the NSA looking. You don't even know them. That's how they should be looking.
No, Vasco. The people wear uniforms. How are you not supposed to know them?
No, even.
Was it professional? Very professional under the CDC administration. What level of professionalism?
Very professional. How many times you saw Penno, who was the director? How many people said knew Penno to be the director of DEA? How many people here? How many people saw Penno passing all in the street with gun, many all behind with pistols all over the place, bulletproof jacket? That alone, the people already will identify you guys. As soon as they see some of y'all coming, so that the DEA people are down there. So this is a big shame. We're not even going to sit down to discuss people who know all the technical know how to be fighting among themselves. And this is something that the international drugs are not something to joke with. Fadiga said it today. And who said it? The boss of the DA will get rich for not paying the pay, because I told you the last time, I said every press conference see AB Command and having every week they bringing people with drugs. That is a movie. That show you can be watching. That's something that plays stage managed. But the real drugs people, the people who bring the huge quantity into the country, these are the people they're working with. So that show you can be watching. And take back today, the operation, the second main
Thank you, Vasco. Your time is up, Vasco.
Steady, and you make it clear to the public.
Vasco,
so we know that the DA, Joseph Baga DA, They are engaged into what? Bringing drugs into the country. The operation center.
You come and bring out a CDC campaign thing here, you know.
But
That's
be
it.
talking.
You say the man time up there, you gave 5 more minutes.
You sound hurt. You sound very, very hurt, especially after losing this election. But anyway,
I'm not hurt though.
That's it. You know, the election camera is still...
We were breaking grounds and dedicating projects.
Thank you.
Breaking ground on his condominiums.
They haven't.
Let's
nothing they have done for the.
I didn't tell you right. You're breaking ground.
Let's hold you there, Vasco. Marie, is up to you. Let's hear your take on this.
Man, give me chamber.
Thank you, Nelson. Man, I'm very disappointed with what's going on within the DEA, and in my opinion, I agree with Alfred. This entity is a failure so far. I don't think leadership exists within the DEA. I feel like people are saying there's a lot of undermining going on, but undermining cannot always be at the highest level. It can be the highest level undermining the lower level too. I feel like with the action I've seen Ibi Kroma in for the past 4 or 5 months, it's more of him wanting to be active on the field. He wants to be more of a field agent than an administrator. And I agree with Vasco as well that he doesn't really know how to be an administrator. I know that people can have informant to say, okay, this person is giving me information, but if anybody should have informant on the field, it should be the deputy that should have those informant and come to the boss and say, these people are my informant and they're working for me and giving me information. There's a lot of things that's going on wrong and on Fadiga's side as well, because I think it was unprofessional of Honorable Kroma to say, don't bring phone, don't bring your weapons, without letting them know prior to the meeting. And after they got there, when they found out that they wasn't allowed to have those items on, I think it was best for the both deputy to cancel the meeting and de-escalate and leave, instead of getting into the altercation that they got into.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. Let's hear you make one, then we take Francis, and then Bila.
Well, thank you, Nelson. Thank you for giving the platform. But the thing here is, first of all, Vasco, Mr. Kruma did not go there to go encourage people to bring drugs in the country. They appointed him to fight drugs in the country. So all our allegations, what it did was wrong. We all know that. But don't put all our allegations on him. Number two, the guy did not observe any courtesy in any professional workplace. Well, I understand the notice that the boss gave them were kind of, were not appropriate, but maybe the way in which he's, said it out to them, that's what made them angry. But if I were in his position and I had to say that, there's a proper way to say it. And those guys would have gone right back in that office and put those things down and come back to you. But this thing, if you look at it from different angle, it's like it's been building up. It's building up. There's a path to it. Everybody in some kind of level of something in their head, they want to put it out, but they haven't had the time or the right proper area or channel to put it through. And this was almost like a movement some of them were waiting for, because this was very unprofessional. You can't be in the Liberian people in uniform and be behaving like that, especially when you're fighting one of the most dangerous substance in the country that destroying the entire youth populations. So what it did today, I guess we all got to learn from this, from the president office to whatever office, higher office in Liberia, even if it's not higher office, as long as you out there representing the Liberian people, representing Liberia as a country, and you bear those responsibility to be professional, whatever you do there, because you're representing millions and millions of people, 5 million people. So what did they, for their level of positions in, what they represent in Liberia, that was very unprofessional. And even though the boss, they didn't get them the information ahead of time, but at least let them be professional too. They can address it in another manner, not screaming at your boss and all that. That's a their respect too. You can do that. So you got to follow protocol, because in the military, in every security setting, there's a protocol that every security personnel got to observe when it comes to your boss. Respect and respect and respect. That's the last word. So you don't do that.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Michael. Francis, you want to go ahead and then we take Bila?
Yeah, good evening, good morning to our folks. Supplementary boards always say something in the post saying that, Gary, it doesn't mean that if I'm a rogue and I'm protecting somebody's money and I'm stealing it, but nobody reporting me, that means no stealing going on. So when you say that the people are not around, then people were bringing in the drugs coming through the airport, it was coming in and children charge, you charge. So why they going to chase after their own drugs? How you running behind your own tail like a dog chasing a tail? That's why you are not seeing it around. So just cheer on that one. This is a responsible government that when something happens, it get messy, because the mess that the government inherited, so that when they put the wrong people in the wrong place, things go helter-skelter like what's happening now, so the president has to correct it. In America, Donald Trump changed of his administration in the first year. He changed his officials more than 10 administrations combined. That is not strange. Only thing we have not seen the president change his administrators yet. But hopefully he will start with these 3. But not kind of talking about, you still have Joey people are keeping their own thing. So that our business. But the whole thing here, one, Abi Kuma is not a leader, he's not an administrator. But 2, Fadiga and the other there was gross insubordination over them. People want to argue and say, oh, he made a rule that was not a rule at the last minute. Yes, he doesn't just make rule on the fly. But and also to support Fadiga and other guys, when they walk in, they felt ambushed, because all the people that don't even work for the DEA, they were there standing around with guns or whatever the case may be. I'm not coming in there already know that you're mad at me for telling you that I was taking a complaint to the Justice Department. So I will have a whole lot going through my head. But all they should have done was walk away, like everybody said. But you want to stand there and argue about me in his office? That's not the general conference room they were in. Before he said, okay, I'll stand my ground in the conference room. Even in the conference room, to secure the life, your own life and the life of the people around you, just walk away. Because every one of you carrying gun. Look at how it escalated to the point that they had to snatch Fadiga gun from his waist. Why if he had fought back and tried to keep his gun and it went off and somebody lost their life? So they were all wrong. They were all unprofessional, that entire group. We said it before when Abi Kuma and Pierre Spoon talked about a couple of times, trying to be unprofessional and watch what was going on. We said it, that there was something brewing. And it would escalate. It would be out of control. And this is where it has come to. If they don't fire all 3 of them and they bring them back, it will be worse. Things has to change. A new group of leaders need to come over there and take over. All 3 of them need to go.
Thank you very much, Francis. Ture, I see your hand up. You want to take just 20 seconds, and then we go to Bila.
Yeah, so I want to agree with my sister Marie in part and disagree with her in another part as well, right? So basically, yeah, we can all agree that AB might not be like, AB could probably serve better being like a field officer or stuff like that. More so, maybe he should go to operation or something like that. But we cannot also know that because we know AB is a professional. He have, like, my man, let me tell my own. AB went to a renowned school here. Everybody, you can pick up the phone and call that institution. They will tell you exactly who he is. But at the end of the day, you cannot in any way, the action by Fadiga today, no place, civilized work environment that could be tolerated.
Thank you.
if AB said no gunning his office, guess what? You are not under any binding constitutional obligation to attend that meeting. You could say, okay, if I don't feel safe, I have to go on my own. You return back.
Thank you, Ture. Thanks a lot. We have to complete this queue. Let me take Bila. Emmy, welcome to the show. Rudolph, welcome to the show as well. Bila, go ahead, make your point on this issue quickly.
Yeah, thank you very much. And I think it was very disheartening to see what we saw on Spoon and various media platform. You know, like bro, always turn on these paths when people come with your self-greed. I want to disagree that somebody want to say somebody is more operational than being administrative. You know, when you come to a job, you understand you've been part of the security sector. You have to take out your agenda and put it aside and look at the country agenda. I think that is the disparity right here. People wanting to come to certain job where I wanting to do my own, now looking at the bigger picture. The issue about jobs is personal to some of us because indirectly we are vision to sit on the platform and say AB is like day, fatty guy is there. You're not doing nothing good for them. You're not doing nothing good for them. The better thing is we will come out a point out to say what the day was. We can't even say unprofessional, but it was challenge on their path. Because to have looked at the environment that should be the flare of fighting jobs out there. That environment being a brutality center, that was very disheartening. And one of the things I want to say to the president is this: we have always seen investigation upon investigation. There were grave allegations into that letter, talking about the issue of AB being in contact with drugs box or drugs actors out there. We do not want for the investigation to be the usual investigation where they will say it got some security implication. It's like this. This time around, the issue about drugs, people should be named and shamed. If AB is guilty of some of the very allegation that the Fadiga is the other deputy is talking about, let AB come to book. Let people be prosecuted for these things. So as to saying the real occurrence for some of these things to not be coming by in government. So nothing. The issue about justice in that country, like I said, is personal to me because I have people personally who I know, people who went to school with. They into this thing at Center Street there.
Yeah,
so when I see people
I know you were on the show while in Liberia. You were on the show and one of the drug dealers outside, the criminal told you, shut up, you're making noise. I'm hustling and you're talking too much.
That's not
so
true.
I know it affected you a whole lot that day. But thank you, Swari. You know that.
No, but that's not true. So to conclude, you might take my talent. Are going. I should one
in your own living room. The criminal told you to shut up. You were embarrassing his hustle. You were
so tell us quickly.
No,
quickly.
The criminal told the 30 seconds. So let's.
My man, tell us remember you disrupted my conclusion. So what I'm saying here is this: one thing that people want to come maybe wanting to shaping bling. I want to get out of gap of shaping this bling thing. Let the president do the necessary thing. Like I said, for me, this is impersonal to me because some of the basic grave allegations. And one thing that's shocking me, this letter, the letter that was sent to the Ministry of Justice, we are told that letter has already been sent to international partner. Yeah. What is the patriotism attached to some of these things that you say you want to fight jobs? Then you don't want to start things for your own government. You're taking a Senate. I mean, it's somehow disgusting.
Thank you.
So
Thank
I mean, the president should do
we will discuss that particular issue another day. You know, especially with that letter, that communication that has been circulated. That's another discussion for another day. But I want to bring Emmy, then Rudolph will go. I see Vasco hand was up. He wants to take 20 seconds, but let's bring Emmy in first. And then we give Vasco 20 seconds. Then Rudolph go.
Hey guys, thank you, Nelson. Hey everyone. I mean, most of what I wanted to say have been said already, and I strongly agree with Soiree. You know, the blame game here. We all know we've seen it, and we know that something's definitely brewing in our area. Somebody's not letting somebody the other person do that job, and the other person want to be the overhead. You know, we seen what's going on, but the main thing that Soiree said is that there's always investigation and there is no, conclusion. And this one is very, very heavy. And for our country, there needs to be serious investigation, and we need to get to the bottom of it. And another thing is that when people are educated, when people say they are educated or they know the technical know-how, it doesn't mean those people don't have feelings to react to certain things. That when you know when you come in, oh, the most educated, the so-called educated people, we need to get up with just because you educated or I know how to do the job than you, or I said I knew how to do the job than you, doesn't mean that I don't have feelings to react certain ways to certain things. So all those Tabata Nelson, I would just stop there for now because the
Okay.
guys already said it all. But we really
Thank
do
you.
need to get to the bottom of the whole investigation, and kudos to the
Thank you,
president.
Emmy. 20 seconds quickly, Vasco, then we take Rudolph. You are muted.
To Ray, when he said A.B. Kurman is, I know, intelligent. So no some intelligent people behave like the way A.B. behaving. We know A.B. record. Some of you have been in America for a very long time. We were in that country when A.B. was 102. He get no good record. No good record. A.B. knew just all over the place. So that man, I don't know what, maybe because they were in a campaign and Bogati that the man that the only man that can save that position, no. That thank God Fadiga, who is the second man in command, already sent this thing to the international partner. So this is something that would damage your government.
Which was wrong from his part.
Eh? But I mean, a second man in command, you think the international people will downplay that. So you read that thing, Google?
He actually expected something like that from CDC.
Why Fadiga there he was wrong?
Look at
Why the
educated
patriotism?
people. You know, I just sit and be laughing and happy. I'm very happy.
So why I want to question somebody patriotism over a letter? That's just that I want to let
you
move
got
on.
we
And
have
would they
been
run the right
vindicated.
thing?
We have been vindicated.
What vindicating you?
People.
Amy was wrong. You can't take.
Thank you, Vasco.
Labrador is a sovereign nation. You don't report Labrador.
Emmy, you can take over the rest of the show. I want to attend to something very urgent.
Well, I can mute you.
Yeah, so it's Rudolph next. Yeah.
Stop this way. Go ahead, Rudolph.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I mean,
Pastor,
it has been a long time away
politics.
from the show. I think I have been away for over a month or pretty close to a month. And Sparrow, thank you for always reaching out, brother. Thank you. I appreciate it publicly. You guys have said almost everything. I mean, I don't want to just say what you guys kept saying here. But the thing is, passion should always supersede ego. And from what I have been following with this case, I think Mr. Fadiga has some level of ego. I mean, he's a big brother from Minnesota here and stuff. But I'm gonna be honest tonight. I think he has some level of ego. To a certain extent, he feels more qualified than A.B. Kurman because maybe of his working history with the FBI here and stuff like that. So he feels like, I mean, he should not be second to A.B. Kurman. And I think that is what is fueling this entire thing. Because my thing is, A.B. Kurman has worked in Liberia. He has a history, he has a record in Liberia. And I don't know where Vasco is coming from by saying that his record is terrible, but only somebody who is anti-laws will say that he has a bad record. AB has an impeccable record in Liberia public service. We don't know Fadiga. He doesn't have a record back home. He was groomed in a whole different system. You don't compare the FBI system with LDA system. And maybe he feels that because of that portfolio, he should be the number one man. So now he is finding it hard to work under A.B. Kurman. I think that is where this entire thing is coming from. And we ought to beat on him for what he did. Like Toure said, Liberia is a sovereign nation. You don't complain your boss to the US because maybe you and him going and go ahead. No, you don't do that.
So now, can we say that he is a spy from the U.S. government to Liberia? Should we start saying that? I am going to stop here for now because you guys have said it all.
Thank you, Ruler. Anybody else next?
Everybody out of round already.
Marie, you got something?
Everybody out of round already.
Yeah, let me just say
Okay,
this.
so
Let me just tap into what.
let Marie.
Yeah.
No, I freaking go ahead and I want to say something.
Somebody got an echo.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I agree with you, brother Rudolph. I think that's what I said previously, that this issue of I know I experienced more than you, and you not so work with me. That's the problem. That's the problem. And if we want to see this DEA to be robust, I am recommending strongly to President Waka to expel all of them. To expel them. They should not come back again. Because this DEA is very strategic and very important for our country right now as we speak. The drug epidemic in the country is a national security threat. So the institution are supposed to help the country to fight or minimize the issue of drugs among our young people. Then you found the leadership. I mean the echelon of the leadership fighting among themselves. I don't want. I listen to my brother Vasco here. Oh, the men come and get rich. Let's take the money business aside and ask for the patriotism of these individuals. Where does their patriotism lie? They say in a job that they in a position that they occupy, or their patriotism lie with the Liberian people.
That won't leave with your friend. That won't leave with your rest.
Me, Vasco.
You're the
Go
one
ahead,
brought
Marie.
Vasco, you're not recognized, man. Vasco, put your hand up at least.
Put your hands up. Go ahead, Marie.
You know, I agree with some of what you guys said, but I disagree as well. Let's not make this thing as somebody not respecting somebody, because that is why you see Honorable Kroman is making such statement on field and in professional area as I recommended you to. If you recommend me to a job and I get hired, so I should go by what if you're telling me something wrong, I should go by what you are telling me to disrespect my code of conduct because you recommended me. Just because he helped to give this man a job doesn't mean the man don't have professionalism. And I haven't seen Fadiga go anywhere on press conference to say, oh, I'm more advanced than this guy. I have more experience than him. None of that. And let's all be honest here. We all watched the live video of Honorable A.B. Kroma on Spoon TV on his very first interview. And he was very arrogant. His body language was very not inviting. Let's all be honest about that, okay? So I don't think none of us should jump the gun and make conclusion as to what's going on, because there is definitely something deeper. Because you don't see Fadiga disrespecting him, taking his position, doing press conference. Fadiga is on the field, which is what he is, a field agent. He's doing his job. So where is the problem coming from? Y'all should wait for the investigation to happen before we jump to conclusion that because Fadiga come from America, so he feel like he's more advanced. Now, once have you made such statement, and I don't think that's what the issue is.
Thank you, Marie. Go. Who will first, Real or Vasco?
All the men have been talking.
Vasco,
go ahead.
Very regular Vasco, because he's not waiting his turn. He just jump in a button. So that's somebody else.
The city accusing me for that.
Right now, man.
Yeah, he's doing it now.
Well, Vasco,
look,
it's so silly.
You're on a different administration right now.
Every one of us here, we know that country. Anybody that go to that country try to fight the system, they will fight you. Trust me. They will fire Fadiga and other guy, and KB will remain. Fadiga didn't know what is happening. And AB already know that if Fadiga continue to stay around, there'll be problem for him. So now he brought you do what all those guys they men bringing that are even in the employ of the DEA. You know what he bringing them for? Those guys are the one that doing his operation. Funny guy that there, he can't get a position, but he's not doing the work he's supposed to do. No major places that operation people supposed to go, AB will send out a troop there. Now why you bringing those people? Why would you be the head of the DEA? You already got security.
My man, you're not going by again, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying to interrupt the guy now. Go on. Mute yourself too.
So
go ahead. Thank you, Vasco.
If the president made mistake and take off funny guy from over there will be serious drugs problem in our country.
Thank you, Vasco.
So look, let us toss it right. No one is here indicting Fadiga in a public public pool of opinion or whatever it is. The bottom line is we are acting on his behavior. All right. And they say what? Action speaks louder than word. What we saw on that tape, any rational person can make a decision, can come to a conclusion that he was being very, very aggressive. I'm not here making that indictment. Everybody that watch that video, look, people are saying, oh, the F word, insulting words can be used in law enforcement. Let me finish. If I finish, you can come in. Look, everybody's saying, oh, you can use profanity in law enforcement setting and stuff like that. You can do that, but not direct it to somebody. All right. I know people that are police officers. I have friends, and I've been in that environment. The bottom line is, we are all professional people. I always tell my staff this: if you have any disagreement with me, if you think I'm advancing certain policy that you disagree with, guess what? Channel your disagreement to a higher authority. Go to my director. Go to HR. These are places you can go. All right. But what we saw on that tape, and besides, he recorded that. Who goes to a meeting, record yourself? What's wrong with professionalism? What's wrong with it? So let us not sit there and say, oh, you know what Fadiga did. Look, the end of the day, it was a gross violation. And I will say this: Liberia problem have always been people that leave from America to go to Liberia. Because go down and feel like we know everything. No,
thank you,
Amy come out say 102. Listen to me. Amy come out say 102. Amy come out have record working in the field.
You not start working any here tonight. You're not doing no dirty yet, no.
Thank you, Ture. I disagree with you, Ture. Liberia problem is the people that in Liberia, because every time people from here go to try to help out, they say, oh, this is not America, this is Liberia. Liberia, yeah, or not America, yeah, they think y'all can do over there because they are begging the people to corrupt them in Liberia. They are begging people to corrupt them because they feel like there is a separation between the two countries.
Thank you, Mary.
When it comes to what needs to be done right and what needs to be done wrong.
Thank you. Yo, maybe to create a body here right now and mute everybody.
Yeah.
Who's next? First
me. I didn't speak yet. All the guys be going.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't know me, my hand, Bill. I was him.
You just tell me to keep quiet. All right.
But,
that's true. No, friends said I'll make a home. Go ahead.
I put it down. I'm
okay. Can we go? I will not talk long, Jeff. But the point is this. Like I said from the beginning, the thing been going on. Now, it got to this point. At what point, Fadiga, they were waiting for it to get to this point before somebody hear about it. Like we're hearing right now, he already written letter to the US, to this, that. That thing would have been done that way before he even get to this point. If something was going on that was not satisfactory to him, that he know he's working with this guy, and the man is his boss. No matter how you want to put it, that's his boss. And in security, he got to respect the boss. If something like this is going on, and you know you'll get to this point, you shouldn't have waited to get to this point. He would have taken that thing to somebody, some higher authority. They'll go through it. Complain the man. You're not above the law. Complain the man to higher authority, and you can go through it before you get to this point. But that video, it almost like the thing been building up, and what this was the end point. Now we got to get it going. That's what's it.
Okay, so thank you. Go.
That's it right.
Princess.
And I'm talking only one time to now. One time.
Yeah, so you know,
you don't open a can of blaming game. So everybody, you said to the last. Go ahead.
I mean, one thing to where I would disagree with the fact that you said Fadiga walked in and start recording to insinuate that he was looking to create some kind of drama or something. But when you walk into a building, especially before he even went to that meeting, they notified AB Kumar that they were taking his complaint to the Justice Department. So he was upset. And those guys coming back to their place of work and going to a meeting and seeing a bunch of people who are not DEA people, AB personal security, all of them over there to worry about to have the meeting. And then you're telling these guys, do not bring your gun, do not bring your phone. I will feel ambushed. So they were right. The only disagreement I have with that behavior is the fact that his office, if you put out a rule that is not right, you walk away. You leave the office. You don't have to attend that meeting. But he's true that they had the right to record it because I would feel ambushed. You don't bring a bunch of people over there to intimidate the other people because even if it was a coincidence, I just told you I'm taking a complaint.
Thank you,
There's a bunch of people that don't work for us over there as a security. No, they were right.
You know, it's very perturbed to sit on the platform, to want to be very passionate and not want to be analytical. Because when we come on the platform, we got something to protect. We got people listening to us. So, I mean, let's take our feeling from these discussions and wanting to put for something out there that people will say, yes, you're coming from. I mean, the Fadiga, the command is Vasco.
It's very what?
Vasco, please mute yourself.
You see, Vasco, you do that kind of a way. I don't want to describe you on the show, but you've got my colleagues. But let's get to the issue. Let's get to the issue. So Fadiga as an individual have served and make his name. AB as an individual have served and make it. You know the level of politics or the level of people wanting to bring certain level of feeling to certain discussion. In the name of you making point, it always make you to shout yourself. The people at Vasco want come on the platform to say, AB rebel, AB. These are things that we've been hearing from the citizens when they were in opposition. Like somebody said, when people come from America to go Liberia, it has been fought. But these two guys, they've been in America though. So what can you say to that? Right? So you want to make a conclusion? You not do this to me, nothing wait. You want to make a conclusion that so the both of them have been fought in one system? That's what you tell them now. So let us be very careful as to how we come to this conversation. For somebody to sit on the platform to say people that was in AB criminal officer, they are not LDA officer, and hold on to that because of certain drama, somebody saying that, then you must be very careful with yourself. I said it yesterday, you do not want to be in content with your thought tomorrow. If you should have come on certain issues that you have no clue to. At the end of the day, you could be wrong. So that is why when we come on the platform, we should be very careful, brothers. The two parties, they've been very reactive by giving some basic information. Who knows it is true? That wait for the investigation. And the investigation to speak volume to wanting to take some action. That's what I'm saying.
Am I muted, guys? Hello? Am I muted? Okay, go ahead. Alfred, right?
You know, I feel very bad, you know, as I said on the show, as a former officer of the Armed Forces of Liberia. And the records are there. When we were serving, we serve with passion, we serve with integrity, and we serve for love of country. The records are there. We don't come here to brag about it. But if you look at the video and you saw the display of those leaders, it warrants their immediate dismissal. There's no investigation in my ability. Look, decisive decision require, you know, some level of courage. No matter how, you know, what kind of expertise these guys have, they went down the belt, right? It has an image on our country. These guys will never work together. That's the bottom line. They will never work together. What has happened should stay as a caveat to the president that even they go through that investigation and people want to bring it the Liberian way, oh, y'all leave it, it will destroy that institution. Fadigas and Kroman should go. They should not stay at the DEA. If the president love Liberia the way you say we should love Liberia, think Liberia and build Liberia together, it is time that the president take the decisive decision. There are competent Liberians everywhere around the world. He just need to search for them to come and make that institution better. We cannot keep Kuma, we cannot keep Fadiga, and we cannot keep whatever the case is. For the good of the institution, the three guys should go. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Once again, Alfred, thanks for your service to country. Thank you so much. Alfred, I will agree with you and also disagree. I will agree with the part that you are saying that they should go. But then I would disagree when you say that there is no need for investigation. I would disagree because from all indication, this thing has some level of national security threat. So it is important to dig down to it and understand the root cause of everything that has transpired. Mm-hmm. And that leads me to the first question that Nelson asked, but then I was backstage and I was just watching the show when he asked Toure if the move of the president was a proactive move. I think it was proactive.
Proactive or reactive? Yeah.
It's reactive.
And then no, he asked if it was proactive, and then Toure said it was a reactive move. It wasn't proactive.
Yeah, it is.
So that move was the fact that launched an investigation.
Nelson, please don't interrupt our show.
Don't interrupt me, man.
No, but the brother wants to take us back.
Man, Nelson, your lips on you.
But he only had 20 seconds. You almost done. So I don't know what he did.
Nelson, your lips on you.
We got all that backstage.
Come on. Anyway, go ahead. I'm out.
I was just gonna say, I think calling for investigation, I think that was a proactive move. I think so.
Okay.
Because by all definition of the word proactive, it means taking action to get something done. So by that definition, the action was proactive.
Okay. So, I think the whole statement about us, I want to disagree with my brother Toure and strongly keep agreeing with Sorry on this show. Instead of us coming with everybody want to come, because at this point, that's what they're looking at. Everybody on social media, I got to do something for my guy. I got to do this. I got to do that. And not be honest with this situation is a bad thing. And come and say, oh, this person being that they don't want to do that because they come from America. That and the other person being that because they being in power. This I think is wrong for us all to come in and come be making. The only thing we should be asking for is investigation into this issue and deep down, and they should get to the bottom of it and start saying, because what some of us know is that the director has his position. He's the boss, but the deputy has his position, has his place to work to, which he has to be given the space to work and reports to the director. They both can be crisscrossing paths, and so these are stuff like this will happen. If that's definitely happening, and the director should give the deputy to work. The deputy should give the director what he needs to be something. So the whole crossing thing here is something deeper, and we need to start sending all the other person. And you should remind that we come from America. I disagree with that. Then when the people back home start to alienate us and try to use us and treat us as outcasts, that we are not Liberian because we are diaspora Liberian, quote unquote, then we want to take offense to that because we ourselves were saying it because something happened and everybody has their own opinion and something. And that statement that I don't agree with, to seeing that people from something, because not everybody that behaves like that. And looking at this situation, I don't think that this situation has been like my sister Marie said, that we're hearing the other guy going that, I know what to do, and the guy don't know what to do. Then we'll say, okay, he probably undermining this guy on what to say because that's what Ruda came here and said he think he know it all, and because he come from there, because let's stay away
No,
from that.
don't
Let be that
misquote
said.
me. No,
Let's
you
be
will
something.
not misquote me. Why?
I'm not misquoting you. I'm
You will
not.
not do
No.
that.
I'm not misquoting you. You said that
I
funny
spoke to
guy, which we
experience.
shouldn't be doing here. You said that funny guy thinks that he knows more than AB because he comes from, he was working in America. You're right here. I think that's what you said.
Nelson,
It wasn't based on the fact
Amy
that
just
he
said
was
I'm
in
speaking for my
America.
guy.
It's
I don't know
based on
where
the
Amy
fact
got
that
that
he
one
was an
from.
FBI
I
agent.
said for every one of us
I've
to
not
come
met
here.
AB. Hold on, no.
But guys,
Amy
let's
just
do
I
said
this.
don't know
Let's do
AB.
this.
I have
Man,
never
forget
met
it.
the
Let's
guy.
move on.
Everybody just want to join me. I want to toss and just go.
Guys, let's
After
do
you're
this.
finished
Let's do
talking, you
this.
just want to
Guys,
join me.
let's do this. Emmy,
Toss and just go.
Emmy, as
As
the
your protect
host,
me.
just put everybody in
Yeah,
debate
it's
together.
let's do that. That's what I'm doing
No,
because everybody can be
Emmy,
no,
but
let's not do that.
listen,
Like, come my brother, be
Emmy,
that. Let's be
I
more
mean,
something.
you doesn't have that right. They're
have
gonna
been
get
following
fooling
this
you.
show tonight.
You don't have the right to
What
point
Amin has
anybody in the
done,
back.
I think it's a disservice to us.
Some
Some of us, we are discussing the professionalism of the institution and what is required of the individuals in those positions. That has been our position here. And I would keep saying that they should go.
Okay, I've read the time. Let me unmute him. Now somebody
Okay. So guys, let's do this. I know Emmy,
You see,
thank you very much.
you see
Emmy,
why you cannot
Emmy,
be a host and you be into the conversation because once we disagree with
But
you,
nothing, just take
you want
over.
to
You
mute
want to
us.
show us who just take over. Everybody else talking.
No.
I know. Thank you.
Sorry,
They
don't-
just interrupted me.
Amy can kind of sweeping
Well,
statement.
because I'm black.
I mean, no.
And you always not protecting Emmy. Is that good? What we're observing on the show, you're not teaching Emmy fair.
No,
My
but
man,
Ami can be a host and want to join the
I hold
conversation.
my brain.
Who gave you that rule to make right now?
No, because then when we disagree, we want to mute us. It's not fair.
Guys, we
Well,
have to
guys,
make
let me
progress.
ask your question.
Guys,
You're talking
let's
about undermining. Yeah, you're undermining your deputy host. So,
Thank you.
So guys, let's do this.
That is when you're undermining her, you're not listening to her because you are in move.
So guys, let's do this. You guys need to protect Emmy.
I love you, Amy.
Not because Emmy voice so small. When Emmy saying you gotta stop, then you're talking more. But at the end of the day, our brother Rudolph said the president was proactive. We are about to move to our next talking point. Rudolph said the president was proactive. What is proactive? What is being proactive?
Okay,
Rudolph,
every definition of the word.
10 seconds. What is proactive? What is proactive for you?
So proactive means taking action
before
for something to happen for you instead of being laid back or sitting back for something to happen to you.
Before you take
look
action.
Look it up.
So
that's proactive.
So no, yeah. So you okay, Toure, you want to come in? Mary, you come in. Yeah.
Proactive means moving in swiftly, decisively. Right? That's what it is. And the reason why I say it was more of a reactive than a proactive is the fact that this thing been lingering. It been there. It been there.
Let's hear from Mary. Look, we want to draw a conclusion on something before.
I want a definition of proactiveness too.
For the sake of our audience,
Mary,
we don't want to argue definition of proactive.
No, we want it from
you on a logical standpoint.
I'll ask you which one the word you use just now. You feel to tell me.
We talking about proactive now.
I wasn't here to.
I will not tell you because what they telling people say they went to school. Why would tell you the word I use?
I wasn't here to answer that question. But in my opinion, I think the president was reactive because I think it would have been proactive today had he addressed the situation previously when it started before, and because he didn't go in depth to find out what's actually been going on within that sector. He didn't investigate. He didn't really. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody can say here if he had a meeting with both of them and what was said and what happened. I don't know what really went on, but had he
For
investigated
instance, you get from
previously?
eating and you're not even giving the full chance to rest, and you jump on the proactive and reactive conversation. But in all fairness, in all fairness, in all fairness, in all fairness, guys, we want to make the transition now, right? But was it prudent enough to have now, for instance, you gotta give that full chance to settle down. If yeah, you gotta give it a chance to settle down. I know the kind of body you get, you can
That's like
stay.
a lot of that. How you not eating? You don't
Does
know
he
how food
eating all the time, or you know that time can go fast?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
guys.
just won't say you. It's okay.
So at the end of the day,
Y'all want us to get our own leadership determination or proactive here again? That move they show on
so what I'm saying
I would say my
is,
hands I've been very respectful by putting my hands up.
okay, so okay, let's conclude on
Africa,
and make our transition. Africa in,
Everybody already concluded the team.
Let's
Let's go.
transition. Yeah, Africa in to Ray.
But
Let's
we just
transition.
concluded on our topic, Nelson.
Nelson,
Yes.
Nelson,
Thank you so much, Nelson, for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, guys, let's do this. Let's do
this. In all fairness, people are saying, somebody is right, somebody is wrong. I would strongly argue that in a spirit of the institution, in a spirit of trust, for Liberian people to begin to trust the DEA, in a spirit of the legacy that Mr. Bwaga wants to leave, I think this should be an example. Because if nothing is done in a DEA case, you might see something coming up from the armed forces of Liberia. What you will see, for example, or you might see something coming up from the NSA, because right now as we speak, the NSA boss right now is a new guy on the block. He has done well for that institution before. He just been sent there. So it's about time that the president take decision. I would argue whether they go for investigation. My colleagues are saying, "Oh yeah, it's important that we know what happened in the process." But at the end of the day, whether or not we go for investigation, my argument is tonight that the 3 individuals should be fired. They should leave. We cannot have the DA in that kind of chaotic manner. Then you expect them to produce results. It will not happen. They have to go. They cannot work together. Evident by what happened from the previous day from the airport and continue to drive today, we see they are fighting each other physically. Those guys will not work together. They need to be fired. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. So with that, I think we'll make our transition now. We're gonna make our transition now to our next talking point. And thankfully, Francis have concluded eating everything. Let's do the transition. There's a dimension.
Can I please give Rudolph his flower, Nelson, for 5 seconds?
Okay.
What flower?
Yeah, Rudolph, you're absolutely right. By the definition, the president was proactive. Yeah, the president was proactive.
That's where I want to come.
No,
but you guys are getting talking about you
in this case.
Can we go for the proactive?
The president was never.
Nelson,
proactive,
please.
No, guys.
But the proactive and reactive, we probably ever said. Let's see, want to use the proactive and reactive.
So thank you, guys. We have to move on. There's a dimension. Couple of days ago, pulled up a statement from the president, hailing, lavishing praises on Madam Miata Fambole, Auntie Miata. Now, you all here follow the story surrounding the inauguration. A day, a historic day in our country, a day on which our president was sworn into office, but also a day on which our president lost his life. A day that brought national disgrace and embarrassment to our country. When the protocol did not, or let's say, have the second thought to even give a bottle of water to the people who went to that inaugural program. But instead, after the program, they started sharing bowl of rice to people to eat when the people didn't drink water. That day almost saw the death of our president. Even I, as an energetic person, maybe I'm not that energetic, but as a young person, I almost lost my breath. I had to cut my life off, walk away to go get water that day. Somebody died, a Liberian citizen who left the US. The man died that day. But in the midst of everything, investigative team was set up. The team is yet to come up with findings, or maybe the findings was brought up, but they decided to keep it or whatever. But as much as I know, there's up to present no findings with respect to that investigation that was set up. But the president said Miata family did a great job. She did a good job. She was excellent. I mean, she's one of the best the country has. I mean, where do you guys stand on this? Are we making progress when it comes to getting at the bottom of investigation in our country? Are we stuck, or are we going backwards? On the previous administration, there was a couple of issues that were being investigated by the previous administration. Those investigations were swept under the carpet. And it was one of the reasons why Liberians booted that administration out. You talk about the three Mason boys, you talk about auditors, and you could go on to name a whole lot. Colonel Gregory Como came into the picture. He said they will go back to some of those investigations. Up to now, we don't know where they are. But let's hear a take on these guys, and maybe after this we'll go to the phone lines and take some calls. Maybe we should start with Toure, and we can start the conversation from here.
And Nelson, thank you so very much. Look, part of my frustration with the administration have everything to do with when it comes to investigation. And I know very well we have something now that needs to be investigated as swiftly as possible, right? But let me tell you this. I too were invited to that inauguration. When I woke up 9 a.m. in the morning, it was so hot, I rescinded my invitation. I'm not going to go in that heat, right? That right there, that investigation, even though the president said you're going to set out a task force to do that investigation, we are yet to have that. And I can speak with other investigation like the B Mountain issue and all of that stuff. Look, let me say this, Nelson. Let me say this. There are certain things that you're not supposed to play with, right? When you say you're going to do something, you have to do it, right? You have to do it because it is counterproductive for you to set a task force, tell individual, look, this is what I'm going to, especially when you come in the media, not to say you're going to do it. You have to come up with results. And we are not seeing that with the administration. The administration is as slow as doing investigation, like the way your best friend Nelson Colette, Deviata Brown, were coming up with those election results. I mean, it is absolutely inconceivable to me that up to today's day, we are yet to have any sort of, you know what I mean, a thorough investigation that this administration said they were going to do and bring it forth to the public. It's bad, man. It's bad. Absolutely bad. Nelson, you are muted.
Go ahead, Vasco. Vasco? Nelson is talking on the phone.
I was just telling Emmy to go. I just want her to go.
Leave Vasco here. No, my son right near you there.
Why be putting me in from all the when I'm feeling talking in a minute? I mean, look, everybody can respond to me.
Oh my goodness.
They gonna build a
My
show.
man, they talk it has nothing to do with you.
Yo, respond.
Try your own try our own.
Now you. I know the
No,
people like
Vasco,
respond.
please go ahead. Emmy
Vasco, we
already
going
finished
in
the
queue. Stop whining.
Vasco,
want
try
to
your
play
own way, try our own. Forget it. Try your
the
own.
weekly intellectual
Okay,
game.
let me tell my own. Look, Nelson, I think I brought this issue up. I've been saying it on the show, and I will go back to say, I don't know why these people came to embarrass our country. What brother brought them? They said what can change things. And sometimes I say, I can be asked, but what do people keep to mess our developmental drive? The good things that President we are doing in the country, that the people are saying, oh, a bar, this one is not right. We'll come in, we'll do it good. The people listen to some of the failed messages and they allow them to come in. What is the change? What the people came for? You look at Meta Formula, look at the party chairman again. Who they gave money to distribute among the people in the very country? He sat and ate all that money. Today, I got an investigation. Where is he today? And he on the board to MPA. So do you think these people that were looking at you today and say won't hear the president? That thing that happened today, and nobody can make that kind of decision. So that not kind of good decision that will come and hear the president for. The small thing, the corruption from the beginning of his administration. And the thing that you are saying, Joe, we are doing. So you come there with small thing where your own people still deal with it. People say, yes. The change that people are talking about, this is the change we're talking about. But the people steal the money, they're working government free, they're taking pay. So what you came to do? What are you here for? Tell me. Look at this God, look at the people. What they really came for. You said, President, we are riding private jet, you flying private jet. You said, President, we are when you all of the country, just be taking picture all day. What are you doing now? You more than President, we are saying we're gonna take a picture.
Is that a question?
Thank you, Master.
Why are you embarrassed about developmental agenda?
Thank you, Vasco.
The whole country terrible.
Love.
The entire
Thank
country
you.
is terrible. Where Georgia left the country, you're not increase the suffering.
Thank you,
Nobody can
Vasco.
argue with it. You're
Thank you.
increase it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marie, please address the developmental draft.
Hey, I told you, all of them coming to me now. I told you.
I'm just saying, really, Vasco, going down.
But you just have attention, Vasco. Honestly, you just don't be all around the place.
Vasco, let me answer one of your questions. You said you don't know why the UP government came back to say they want to change the country. Well, they did because the Liberian people begged them to. Because your government was the worst. Your president was the worst president we ever had since 1847 in our country. Honestly speaking. But let me go to the topic because Vasco come on here, he know the information, but he still lied to the Liberian people. Just to give some clarity, the money that Vasco talking about when it comes to the party chairman, Honorable Luther, there was an investigation done. And the conclusion came to that investigation, and he was on Spoon and presented the conclusion to that investigation. And just to say, the money was not the country money. This money that was supposed to be distributed was from the Unity Party's account, personally, given to individual counties to celebrate, let's just say, the victory of the Unity Party. And when it comes to the lady called Miata, I don't really know what the investigation was for, because the event happened. So let's assume that the investigation was for the fact that there wasn't, a canopy or something that protected the president, or they don't feel like the money was spent accordingly the way it should have been spent. I think, in my opinion, the president coming out and healing her is not enough for the Liberian people. I think there needed to be a conclusion to the investigation, and the Liberian people need to know the conclusion to the investigation. I think that if President Joseph Boakai continue on this trajectory, he will be as disappointing as George Weah was to the Liberian people. And I
Thank
think
you, Mary.
he should change the path when it comes to investigations and the results coming out. That is why you think, a lot of people don't believe even this AB Kuma investigation is going to be, it's going to yield the result that people actually know what's going
Thank you.
on, because there will be some sorts of,
Thank you,
fishiness
Mary.
going on, especially the fact that there are a lot of government officials within the government that are involved in the drug situation. So
Thank
he
you.
needs to do better.
Francis?
Yeah. First of all, one of our viewers said the government, that you marry the government, that money keep a government budget. That's not true. You see, there's a difference between party money and government money. The money given for inauguration was around almost 700,000, and the money given to the counties was about 300 and some more $1,000. So are you guys saying that the government used 300 and some more $1,000 in inauguration? How's the party money? So, Saginaw Tree boys, y'all please get your facts right. The party need to investigate, and like Marie said, the chairman was on spoon. He said that the money was used for internet purpose. If you have contrary evidence, put it out there. But stop and running around talking about that stuff. But the inauguration was a disaster. We all saw it. I mean, people that are planning, even party planner would know that, okay, you can't plan party outdoor in the rain season. So you know it will be hot. You know that it's always hot in January. And then you go and throw inauguration out there, no air blowing, nothing to cool people off, and like nothing saying, I'm gonna pass out here to go look for water to drink. It was poor planning, very, very poor planning. So yes, an investigation is warranted. It doesn't necessarily have to. Unfortunately, there was a fatality to one of our brothers that left the U.S. and went to Liberia. But even if they had went without anybody passing or whatever the case may be, they still should they're still supposed to investigate that particular situation, because that's wasteful spending. Wasteful spending. That money was not spent appropriately. So, and then the White House, I mean not the White House, the executive mansion want to come out and praise her. Sometimes what I say, sometimes it make it hard for us to even defend this administration with some of the things that come out of the executive mansion. Because nobody should even say maybe the president did not know about it. When the press secretary speak, she speak on behalf of the president. When somebody come from the executive mansion or the executive mansion social media website, the president is responsible for it. So sometimes when they put out statement, just make it hard to defend against the Sacramento boys and stuff. Even though they don't be saying nothing, but it is what it is. But she need to be investigated. We need to know the outcome of that investigation.
So, Francis, I'm trying very hard to put this statement up, but the gadget I'm using here, I'm having some difficulties in doing that. But let me just read just a paragraph here, and then we're gonna move to the next person.
What are you reading from? What are you reading on?
I'm reading from the executive mansion, the e-mansion page. All right, and that's why I wanted to put this up, but I'm having some serious issues getting this. But this is what it says here. It says, the president of the Republic of Liberia has commended Honorable Miata Famole, chairperson of the 2024 inaugural committee, a member of the committee, for their selfless services and meticulous planning of inaugural activities. The president reiterates his utmost confidence in the integrity of Madame Famole, who he considers a national icon. The Liberian leader expressed his satisfaction over the
the Family Committee's handling of the affairs of the inauguration with remarkable probity and adherence to financial guidance in the disbursement of expenditure allotted for the inauguration. This is what is on the e-mention. Meanwhile, there were people who were thought to have received money. But the people say, for example, you say Chris Waller, you get Chris Waller 60,000 for entertainment. Chris Waller came by and said, that's 60,000 I only received 10,000. All these issues have been swept under the carpet. And here we are. The president is saying that he believes in the integrity of an icon in Madam Miata family. But let's hear from you guys.
But Nancy, don't you think you're kind of missing it too with a Chris Waller example?
Come again?
In the Mata family case, those are two different cases, right?
No, it's the same case.
Was she the one sharing the money as well?
The man said he didn't get 60,000.
It's the same case.
The woman stole all the money.
She asked no, Fasco, come on.
Asking us a question.
Fasco, come on.
They were not the PS system said a motor for sale. You couldn't even play the marker for everything.
Vasco, be mute. I was asking Nelson. Go ahead, leave your one with play policy here all day.
Okay, so that's
Nelson, was she the one sharing the money, or I need to understand it?
She was responsible for the fund, the disbursement, and everything associated with inauguration. She was the head of the inaugural committee. The committee that was set up to plan the program and do everything relative to inauguration. She was the one responsible.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's hear from Bida Soiree. Bida, go ahead, sir.
Look, the family I can call Uma Miata, right? She's part of one of the proud family that I know. But I mean, when it comes to some of the issue, you want to be careful. So I listened to us, you are making some basic clarification, but it does not amount to that thing we saw the president was carrying on. I mean, people die. And we saw a lot of embarrassing things happening that particular day. So for the president to have come up with that communication, I don't know the contents of the whole communication, but what is it unique to you wanting to protect her in relation to the happening that you as the president wanted to think or everything? I don't get it. People need to get out of certain way of doing things in our country. We understand he's the president. We don't want to describe some of his actions, right? But basically, you don't want to. There has always been investigation upon investigation in Liberia. They have joined Pepper Sue and that'll be on it. And it has not come to a conclusion. Up to today, there are more investigations in our country. It will never come to a conclusion. Because people have that kind of a connection with people. And we should always try to speak truth to power. That what happened on inauguration day was a mess. She makes some basic clarification that she didn't have a penny to that program. There were procedure, there were protocol as to how the money was to be spent. That which involved Mary Bro and other basic actors that were there, right? So she makes some basic clarification, but the president, after her press conference, the president talked about investigation. We didn't see any comprehensive investigation as to what happened. So what was the cause of this and all the stuff from the presidency? So how will you come out today and tell us she's the best, she's the stuff? No, I see that as counterproductive to respecting the rule of law, because you can't come as a president who wants to.
Sorry. I'm going to read the final, the second paragraph in the president in what's on the e-mention. Thank you, Soiree. We'll go to Rudolph and Alfred and Mikael.
Now, why you say no? Why you disagree on?
No, but listen. It said the president reiterated his utmost confidence in the integrity of Madame Famole, who he considered a national icon.
Based on what? What was the investigation result?
Based on, and it's clear. It says based on the okay. So this is what it says: the chairperson of the inaugural committee of 2024 inaugural committee and members for their selfless services and meticulous planning of the inaugural activities.
So
Selfless
meticulous that he almost lost his life.
Well, tell us the president the way
So,
he can
so
No, I got
meticulous
respect for that
that he
woman, but she
almost
messed
lost
up.
his
She
life
messed up on
and
that
well,
particular
tell us
program.
the
there were
president the way he can be doing
No,
that.
that's what I'm telling you. You can't be doing
allegations
this
of
thing. You can't
misappropriation.
survive in the
Alright, guys, so
organized
now I'm mute.
environment.
Sorry,
Let me
I
Okay,
conclude.
so thank you guys. Let's
Nancy,
move
I
to
beg you,
Rudolph,
can you please confirm for one of our audience that the 300,000 was UP money and the 600,000 was from the government for the inauguration?
yeah, exactly. Portion of the money came from government coffers. All right, portion of the money came from government coffers, and if you
No, Nelson.
Nelson.
Which the money that the party chairman gave to the counties, did it come from government cover or from Unity Party's cover?
it came from the Unity Party coffers. But here is the thing.
That's what.
No, we don't want nothing
No.
else. No,
Right
no,
there.
no, no.
Because
Go ahead,
when you
go
try to
ahead, Rudolph.
combine the two, it brings confusion. The money that Luther, they were talking about, Reverend Tapia stole, the Sacrament boys. The any part of it come from the inauguration
Which is
fund
300,000.
And
or
this
from
is what
Unity Party's cover.
this is what I'm saying.
Let's talk about
The
investigation. If any side of corruption should be investigated, but that money did it come from inauguration
And
fund?
that's what I just said. That's what I just said, Francis. Right? The Unity Party as an institution was able to generate some sufficient amount of money. You know, Unity Party, they are fundraiser and all those kind of things.
Correct.
They have money. All right. You know, it was Eugene Fagon disclosed on this platform that it was from that money that President Baka even gave some money to Yeke Koluba to help run his campaign and all of that. It was from that money that the president went to Bond County when the Tinko explosion took place and even gave money to some people.
Sacrament boys are listening.
So
I
but the thing here is misappropriation, misapplication of group money. Let me not say public money now. Group money in any form or
It's
shape
wrong. We get
is
it.
wrong and needs to be investigated.
A party issue.
Yeah,
Not
but a
government
party
issue.
issue.
Yeah, but what am I
That's not government
investigated,
issue.
Nelsie?
A
No,
party
but
issue.
Luther Tapia came with signatures from all the county
Exactly.
chairs. All the
Gospel.
county chairs that signed
So
and
you're coming
received
in
their
I will not talk about it again.
$4,000 in post.
Okay, no, we're coming to you. We're coming to you.
Luther Tapia
Thank you.
stole the people money.
So
Don't
please,
come in
Yeah,
there.
Sacrament boy, you got no evidence.
Guys, let's
stole-
go to Rudolph. Rudolph, guys, please mute. Let us all mute and let's give the floor to Rudolph, please. Rudolph, go ahead.
Thank you, guys. Am I protected, comrades? You know, Miata, as we call her, she is the elder sister of a man whom I so much admire, H.B. Fambule. And that has led me to do lots of research on her. And I have come to understand that she is indeed an integrity icon. She is Liberia's proud. And the thing is, you know, Nelson, let's go back to this whole investigation stuff. In plain sight, everyone that was at the inauguration, including you, and even us who just watched it on TV or on Facebook or on YouTube or wherever we saw it, we will come to one conclusion, and that is she messed up. And even me, until tonight, until I went through this message on e-mansion, I held that view that she messed up. She came online, she made some clarification, like my brother Suarez said, yes, I did. I mean, I followed that as well. But it was still not as convincing for me to say, oh yes, I mean, they are lying on the lady. So now let's come to one factor that we are not looking at here. This praise message came in June. The whole stuff happened when? January 22nd. In our rightful mind, let's think why we think that she was not praised right after that stuff happened. Why we think that that the president did not come up with this statement maybe a month afterwards. So for us to sit here and say there was no investigation and he is just trying to shoot her, I think that is a bit misleading. I think there was a proper investigation done, and we have to understand that it's not every investigation that needs to come to the public. JMB does not love Meta more than he loves himself. He doesn't. For him to come up with such a statement, it tells us that there was an investigation and maybe findings proved. Hello, are you guys here? And maybe the findings might have proven that that they had issue with logistics, finance, and other stuff, because she complained about finance issue. So I am not going to say she is right or he is right, but before we can criticize the speech or the writings, or before we can beat on her, let's sit for a moment and think. It been 6 months before this president could come up and give her flower. Why was he waiting? He waited because, in my mind, he waited because there was an ongoing investigation. And the findings has exonerated her from every claim that we put on her. And that's why he is giving her a flower.
Let me ask you.
That is just me coming from a point of rational analysis.
And I like the analysis you're coming up with, right? But again, let's go back. Let's go back into this whole inauguration thing. If there was an action that claimed the attention of the entire country and the world over, that got everybody talking about our country in a certain way, that almost brought disgrace to the country. If such an action is being investigated, if there are findings, and the findings has vindicated the inaugural committee, what stops the president or the authority from letting the public know what the findings are? I think that would even add more weight to the write-up on the e-mention website. Now, if you start to commend, to applaud this letter, to say all the nice things about how citing the findings from that particular investigation, to add more salt to the pepper. I don't know, I may not be right, but just conclude, Rudolph.
Nelson, there is no leader that lead without guilt, right? So Mr. Barker or President Barker might have his own faults, but here is it. It is within his purview to either expose this findings, because here is it. He did not promise He did not promise the public to reveal findings of that investigation. No, he did not. He did not. So it is.
But he did tell the public that there was going to be an investigation.
Yes, but did he tell you that that after the investigation, when the findings are being made, I will come to you guys and give it to you guys? No. And again, Nelson,
no.
I will go further by saying, Nelson,
can you switch your camera?
Nelson, I come in.
Asking you now, the last question.
Yeah, go ahead. Ask the question.
I will buy you Christmas clothes. If you tell your child, say, I will buy you Christmas clothes. So you just go to the market and come back, and you say you're not supposed to show that clothes to the child when you told the child you buy.
That's a whole different scenario, my brother. But again, I will go further by saying,
but you told the public
the statement, Nelson, I will go further by saying the statement was released on the 1st, right? What if they are going to put up the finding, but it's not time yet? What if? What if?
Thank you. I see Ture, you want to take 20 seconds.
Alfred, something else.
Alfred.
Well, Alfred looking at somebody who
Alfred got love, but he not make. I mean, Rudolph got love, but he not make it. Look, Rudolph, you can speed it. You're not gonna even speed it up again. Look, at the end of the day, no one is here questioning the honorable Miata family. I'll be damned if any one of us will sit here to try to caution her. But you even gave that more light when you refuse to come up with an investigation result that you said you were going to do, right? So look, Rudolph, there's the thing. And you saying that the decision to make the funding public or not public lies in the preview of the president, no, that is not true. People fund. Look, I can even go on a limb and say this, right? The rescue mission will have to come up to the public and let us know how much they raise. That should happen. That in itself should happen. We're talking about election campaign integrity. We should talk about that, but I'm not even gonna bitch on that. But this one right here, somebody died, right? Through somebody else's negligence. Okay? It's not even gonna be catastrophic with the president. Because we saw the president, right? So that in itself calls for an investigation into this matter. So my young man, I
Don't
know
forget
you're
my
trying.
second point. What if
But
it's
look,
not time yet to put it out?
there is no amount, there's no amount of excuse you can bring to this,
Thank you.
Rudolph.
Thank you,
Great,
guys.
don't leave that out. Like I said, what if it's not
let's
time
move
yet
to
to put it out? What
let's
if they
move
will
to
do it, but not
Mikael.
now?
Guys, let's move to Mikael on, guys. We have to wrap this thing up. Mikael, please go ahead.
Don't talk about rapping. Everybody have to sing. Okay, you keep whistling, and then when you come, you start rapping.
I mean, everything broken. One say I could just keep talking, that they forget I train. I mean, in lost train.
Oh, why you getting ready? The Mikael. Listen,
Yeah, you
listen.
need to write
I still know what to say.
Mikael, when you come here on the show, come with a notepad. This show is interactive, is engaging, disruptive, is political, and everything. You know,
Right.
So
That's
come
true.
with a
That's true.
notepad and you know just jot down your train of thought. But go ahead, Mikael.
But Jeremy, guys, let's look at this. You know, I mean, I guess we always we don't use words properly, or we don't understand some words when we're using them. The whole purpose of investigation, whether right or wrong, is something in it that people want to hear. There's something in it I want to take away. That's the whole ground of investigation. Investigation doesn't mean it had to be wrong before people hear about it, or it had to be this before people hear about it. The fact that the president is a direct victim of this whole thing we're talking about, it shouldn't even reach this far. Number one, this was a public money. Number one, this is Liberian people money. It's not for UP party. Even if Miata family are going to use that money to the letter, we still want to hear or get a count of how this money was used. Maybe somebody just want to tarnish our repetitions. The thing we have to hear something. This presses the president carry on with Miata family. I don't think it's necessary, because first of all, these things happen. We never hear what were the outcome or the conclusions of these investigations, whether right or wrong. We never heard that. There I hear my brother saying it's not every investigation people got to put your hand down. It's not every investigation people got to hear about. You always said these things. If we're not supposed to hear about it, why should there be investigations?
You live in a great USA. Do you hear the funding of every investigation that go on in this country?
But it's not. This is public money. You understand? Okay. It happened right there. People die from it. Somebody lost their life. Somebody's son, somebody's uncle, somebody's nephew lost their life. So it got to be secret. And not secret, it happened in the open. It happened right in the open. So to say this, to say, oh, the public not supposed to hear, but I think it's wrong. We can't keep doing business as usual. This is business as usual. These are the same thing we're being George Weah, therefore we cannot bring it into this government. The president, the least thing he could do is just keep silent about it. If we can't hear nothing about it, no need to praise her. Whatever she is to him, special person, keep it to yourself. You're moving with it. We all know. That's why she was given these positions. But it was right for the Liberian people to hear about this and how this money was spent, how our president even wanted to die on the stage on our son. Why?
Thank you. Thank you.
These are things that we need to hear about when it's happening. We can't just sit back and say, "Oh, we don't need to hear about that." Oh, this is that. No. We not here to.
I understand.
It's after time. Nelson talking about listen to
I understand. Rudolph, there's some appointment on the way for Rudolph, but we'll discuss that issue at the end of the show.
Let me just conclude now.
That from Miata family office.
Yeah. From Miata family office.
You conclude it.
No, my man, I even say to work already. You're already talking.
Now, Lee Kuan speak. Lee Kuan how to speak.
So yeah, so make it conclude in 20 seconds. So we take Lee Kuan Yew and go to the phone lines.
Well, what I want to say in short is, it's something that did happen in Liberia, and we keep saying, oh, it's not every investigation people can hear about. It will keep making things happen in Liberia and would never get no conclusion, or nobody will ever held responsible for anything in our country. And our country will remain as it is because we always got some interest, you know, as to whoever doing the thing. We don't want their name to come up for whatever reason it's coming off for. We always want to protect people. The protections got to sometimes end so our country can be a country of law, not men, but country of rules. We can't keep doing this. This thing, yeah, I mean, it's just not necessary. We can't keep
20 seconds, please.
protecting
20
people
seconds.
for the rest of our life.
No, we're not.
You're not saying nothing. I know 30 seconds for you. I've been saying
Right.
listening to you.
Africa, please go ahead. Lee Kuan Yew, let's hear you.
My boy, you're sorry. I have some technical issue on my computer here, so y'all will see me coming in and out. But let me say this. Let me put it down like Brown way. Your way. Let me ask you a question. Y'all the matter formula fan on the issue here tonight. My own man, we from the scene down.
No, don't call off fan.
Wait, my man. We talk about own. You talk
but you're not the only person on the show.
Let me talk about own. You
Are you a fan for real or what?
No, I was the only one who came in her defense.
My man, let me talk about you let me tell my own, yeah, I beg you. So our president gonna die that day. I come to come be defending Miata family, be telling her say she did meticulous job. That is job what people are talking to. Don't put that disinformation out and say the pressing Miata family. Miata family give on press conference and say the job we have put it never cooperated with her. They did their own thing and blah blah blah. Then President Banga put that kind of rubbish out to tell that Brimpo say she did good job.
Hello. Alfred.
That quite a space in a place. Why you can be scared to tell the truth?
This is
Why
the
you can be
president.
scared to tell the truth?
Alfred, this
No,
is a
no. That's wait. Why are you afraid to tell the truth? All the country looking like this. That's why I agree with Pierre Lumumba when you say we need hygiene in our politics. We need to sanitize our politics in a way where we can look at our friends and tell them, say, you wrong. We need to sanitize our politics.
Our politics has already begun to be,
she messed up.
To be hygienic by JMB.
You understand? She messed up.
You interrupting, Rudolph. Seriously.
You know how many dignitaries I want on our program that day? What happened if we had lost another president because of heat? What y'all gonna say? Y'all gonna be writing Bibi Boy and me putting that she did good. She the best president in the country. She integrated Akon.
Right.
Now what y'all gonna tell us? Now what y'all gonna tell our country? That she integrated Akon and this and that? Look, that's what a spade. The cultural thing you can bring in government, everything you want to have people bought. I talk in the Liberian way, and you're leaving. Let me talk my own. You want to have people bought all the time. You want to have people bought all the time. That what made any investigation that come out, we can't hear nothing. We can't hear nothing. Because somebody somewhere always have interest in the investigation. So at the end of the day, nothing can happen. You're sitting here talking about Fadi Garden and Kumale that they see when they can't get the right people. Nothing will come from RA. That made a country you're looking at like can't improve. When you will get up from your slumber and make one single decision one day, that everybody can look and say, yes, this was the right thing that we do as a country. Everything you want to do with politics, for you to take small decision, Meta Formula went over there and tell us, say, the CDC board never give her money. In fact, they honor her, they did that. Then you see your high investigation. Then the president telling us,
thank you, Alfred.
Huh? You're ready to move anywhere. You're not ready to move anywhere as a country.
No way.
Can you please mute, please? Yeah,
sorry,
man.
Alfred.
You can let other people
Sorry.
something. But first of all, I somehow I know everybody want to come out here and say they're like blasting boogeyman today, but I think I agree a little bit with Rudolph, and I disagree with him a little bit too. I think there was an investigation done, and this woman never got any accolade from the beginning because they needed to do that investigation.
Yeah.
And the only wrong I see here is that it never been the outcome and the finding was not brought to the public, and it was only kept. So I don't know the procedure. I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen. So that's why the public coming out and saying all of these things. But I think there was something there that showed that there was no wrongdoing on her part. That's what I seen. What is right or wrong not to bring it to the public to have everybody feel me? That's what I disagree with. I think they're supposed to let people know, but then again, like my brother Ture said, it's just too much of, oh, let's not do it that way. Since the country is already divided, I think that's what I see here. They don't want a lot of things out of the bag. They don't want to bring a lot of things out because people keep coming up with this whole thing where country divided. Let's just leave it like this. Let's just do it like this. That's what I see going
I
on.
made
here.
a country looking at that.
So I think we need to get away from that country divided thing and do the right thing and stop thinking about country divided. It will always be divided. So then you got people that Vasco around and the rest of the Sakimochi people. It will always be divided. So nobody will see that if ANC win election tomorrow, Sakimochi boys will be on the other side, the UP boys will be on the other side. So it's always gonna be like that. So I don't know why people should be hiding investigation.
Nelson, just 20 seconds.
Sister, I mean, so because the
Nelson,
country will all be
please,
divided,
20
when people do
seconds.
wrong thing, when I tell them that they do wrong thing.
You getting my point wrong. I said they need to do what they need to do and start worrying about country will be divided because it will always be divided.
Nelson, can I
That's
have
what
20 seconds, sir? Please. Please.
Wow. We have to go to
Nelson,
the
I have not been here for over a month.
Yeah, but you
we cannot say all the time we have for the past
Nelson, just get our 20 seconds, please.
Nelson, so here is it. I will go real quick. I will be very, very fast. It is only Liberia that Liberians feel like they should know or they should be briefed about every investigation. It doesn't happen in a serious democratic civil association. It doesn't happen. I will want you guys to please pin the comment of Eric Bento because Eric said it right.
We don't have to know about every investigation.
Which one we know about?
Some investigation.
Don't say that. Which one we know about?
Yes, that is the truth, Mikawan. You can agree to it or not agree to it. The citizen, the public don't have to know every investigation.
I understand that, but which one do we hear about or we know about? Which one?
Does this have implications? National security? The last time I checked, it had nothing to do with national security. So there is nothing being implicated here.
Nothing secret about this.
Party. Talking about somebody died through a process, Rudolph, right? Rudolph.
Because you never reached a celebration.
We're not accusing her.
About?
She probably gave the money out. People ate the money.
I'm
not going to say that I said the Omar ate the money. I would never believe that the Omar ate the money.
Do you know if there was a murder attempt that was found within that investigation?
Can I say something?
I would say, right? And I would with this.
Are you saying there was a murder attempt?
The government
can we talk one at a
time? I'm not.
Rudolph, we got hold here, brother.
No, if there was,
and you start jumping in and just everybody just talking over each other.
Yeah.
Let's go to the line. Nelson, no more 20 seconds.
I get my own on me.
And the 20-second thing you bring from always. You got mad at me when you give me 20 seconds on top of 2 minutes. That issue.
I'm telling you.
Okay, so guys, please take 20 seconds, just 20 seconds.
So
please.
Let's tussle, okay? I think a lot of us are looking at the executive branch when it comes to this whole investigation thing, but we should blame the legislature as well. This is a government funding that was giving a lot. So a lot of them came out as soon as inauguration was done. Oh, we'll investigate what happened to the inauguration fund. We'll investigate. Maybe the president don't owe us, explanation as to the result, but the executive branch should be coming out and telling he has his right to praise Miata if he wants to. But still, the investigation result needs to be out, or he needs to tell us verbally why he feel like he did a great job. Okay, I mean, she did a great job. That stuff that happened over there, come on, otherwise that inauguration, it was like graduation party. Somebody put tapoli everywhere, and you put chair in it, then you say you spent 600,000. Come on, that's 600,000 we're talking about.
Thank you, Mary.
Eric Gentile asking a question.
No, okay, we'll go there later. But
let's go to you won't be biased in a painting too?
I don't want to man for the Sacramento tree. Well, okay, let me.
Yeah, no, that's Sacramento tree.
Vasco asking the title today. I beg you not to check for Vasco say Sacramento.
No.
Okay, well, how they call me on the show? So
Emmy,
give me 20 seconds.
Eric, yes, we do.
We're not coming fertilize that Sacramento tree there.
No, you don't.
Any fertilizer under that Sacramento tree right now.
We'll
go to the phone line. We'll go to the phone lines and come back.
We just read Donald Trump 34 count. That was made public. Come on, man. Y'all stop this thing, man.
Brother, you talk about individual committing crime.
I don't know what they're talking about. Which one
Okay,
is
let's take calls now. Oh, God. Let's take calls now from our audience. All the people watching the show, kindly call on WhatsApp now. Call the number on the screen. Ture, you want to put your number up as well?
Yeah, Ture.
Yes.
Ils sont dans les 30 secondes, ils n'ont bien fait. Tu as forgot about 20 seconds on time.
So Ture will put his number up in case for our internet.
BB boy will be speaking. So all right.
So let's take our first call here from this end. Ture, you can always take calls from your end as well. Just let me know once you have a call there. Let's take our first caller from here. Hello, you are live. Your name and where you calling from, sir?
Nelson, I think I called you earlier today when you were on the show.
Okay.
I just want to contribute to the issue that happened pertaining to AB Kumar and his deputy.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I told you from the beginning, you have an AFL Sawyer on your show there, former AFL Sawyer. Actually, happening down there is that AB Kumar was wrong. His principal deputy and his deputy director for administration take his complaint to the board. Who is the board? The Ministry of Justice. Coming back, AB Kumar order people to have those people disarmed. And in disarming those people, do you need to use a second-class officer to disrupt your principal deputy and your deputy for administration? If I were in that man's shoe, by this time we're talking different story. Trust me, that man was sitting what he said, AFL soldier. He know the chain of command. The man is the principal deputy. He's now a stranger to AB. AB allowed the man to pass all the chain of command and came upstairs. Then you order private officer to disrupt him and to pull him out. You provoke Khalifa. He provoked Khalifa. Khalifa, how you tell the message security guard present in America? Why would you say that? If I were the officer, I would send the scene back to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your input, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. So you can keep your calls coming to the WhatsApp number on the screen now. You can keep your calls. Yeah.
For whatever reason, my number is. I mean.
Oh. Okay. So that's because I have it up here. Okay, you want to just write your number in the private chat, then I can take it from there and edit this because I will have to remove this.
So what happened? What happened to our identity? There you go.
Yeah. So once this number is here, it's gonna take.
All right. Then I'll just put it in the chat.
Yeah, just put it in the private chat, and we can take it from there. But you can keep your calls coming to via WhatsApp on the number right on the screen here, and we can also we're gonna add to raise number to it so you can call as well. Let's take this person. Hello, you're live. Hello, hello. Okay, no, we lost this person.
That person was sounding that they were coming for me, so thank God let him make it.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know how you knew how you got to know that. Hello, you're live. Your name and where you calling from? Yeah, please go ahead. Yes, sir. You're live.
My name is Moses calling from Minnesota. I want to comment on the AB Kurma case.
Go ahead.
Vasco, what's going on with Vasco? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Vasco, I don't know. I know Vasco is living in a lost world, but I don't know what's going on with him. He's sitting there and saying, "Oh, he's happy." Oh, what is going on with AB Kurma and the other people? He's very happy. You want to see the United Party go up and fail? Is that the kind of Liberian you are, man? Huh? I mean, Vasco, I tell you, a Liberian. It don't matter. It's Liberian problem. It's not CDC again. United Party. It's Liberian problem. You know what they say? You're experiencing your own nation. It's people of Vasco then. Thank you, guys, and have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's leave you there and take another person here. So, okay, today's number has been added to the numbers on the stream. So you can call Ture on 267-4896-92. Or call the man only during the show. After the show, don't call the man. The man are married male. So
Thank you for saying that, bro. Thank you for saying that. Somebody call me in Walmart, bro. 2 a.m. They say, I'll contribute to the show. So you believe it, bro. They say they won't contribute to the show.
So let's get this person coming through. Hello. Hello. Wow. I think I lost this person. Let's see if we can take this. There's a little bit of issue here with my stuff. So I think you guys can just start to do your closing. I need to address some.
What the assistant go?
I think we should, because I'm yet to receive a single call.
Yeah, so I'm trying to address something.
Maybe they are all very pleased with what we have said here, so there is no.
Okay. So yeah, so I think we can come back to do our closing.
You're happy.
Definitely now what you said about your ending me other year.
They're coming for you today.
Yeah, let's start off from Rudolph, Vasco, Alfred. Let's follow the queue here, and then we can go up to Ture.
Thank you, Nelson. And I would like to start by making this clarification. I don't know Miata Famula personally, but I mean, she is a struggle icon and integrity icon. And I said she is the elder sister of a man whom I admire so much. It's not her, it's her brother that I admire so much.
So you're doing the thing by family Lana?
No.
No, because you can be talking about Ente Miata, then you go to
her
brother.
No.
That's because you admire her brother, and you have to protect her.
Even Suare told you that he called her Ente Miata. She's not our auntie biologically, but that is her name in the student community. Ente Miata. That's all, right? But I mean, I wasn't even trying to defend her. I was just coming from a place of rational analysis, I should say, if you like. That was all. And I'm maintaining my statement, right? We live in the US. It is not every investigation that we have access to. They will tell you, say we are investigating this, but the findings are for respective and bodies that can take action to that effect. And I went further by saying, what if the finding might have found that there was a murder attempt? We all were watching. We just saw that. That there was the heat. He was hot and he was about to collapse. What if it was planned? What if it was a murder attempt? And then there are individuals' names that are in it that cannot just come to the public. We don't know.
Thank you. That's what you did, Rudolph.
And it's only Liberia it is only Liberia where Liberians feel like they should have access to every investigation.
But
that
we
is
don't have access to.
Thank you, Rudolph. Thank you, Rudolph. Rudolph, let's read there. I want to squeeze this person in real quick, then we take Vasco. Sorry. Let me squeeze this person in real quick. Hello. Quickly, please go ahead, sir.
Hello, Nelson Kola.
Yeah, we are live on the show. Let's hear you, sir.
Yeah. My brother, everything that you guys had discussed tonight, there's truth in it. The rescue team, those are all who supported the rescue team. They have brought shame and disgrace to us.
Just in 3 months, you're talking about shame and disgrace. You have 6 years to go.
My brother, look at the issue. There are several things they had not done that they put on a cover. The investigation you guys talking about the inauguration, some of the issues that they want to address, and they had not addressed the issue yet. It has nothing to do with 3 months, 100 days. If you're going to do something from day one, it's going to be your first priority.
Thank you.
The government need to do the right thing. The Liberian people put them in there to do the work. They are not doing anything.
Thank you.
And there are some things, there are some information we got, but we can't say it publicly because we don't want our people to be haunted in Liberia. There are a lot of things.
Thank you, sir. Let's read there. Thank you. The information thing is very important. But thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
My brother came my inbox our information. So Nancy, thank you. It was a great show. Look, I'm disappointed in you, my fellow panelists. Let me take my Jala Alfred from there. I'm disappointed in you. Today, you guys on this public platform telling the Liberian people that not all investigation need to be in the public. But this one we're talking about, somebody died. And the president almost died. And y'all came out. Nobody asked y'all. Y'all came out. And doing all over on different platforms that this woman was investigating this woman. Nobody came out to tell us anything. Once you come out to the public and tell the public that you carry on an investigation, the public is waiting to know the outcome of the investigation. But you never told us anything. The same thing with Mr. Tappet. I know on the show now, everybody defending their own role here. Yeah, when you talk about Tappet, Marie can pull off what's up because I know that our only role that she defending. When you talk about the other family, then my brother, how you call him? Talk about the other family, but everybody, that my brother looking. This is not strange.
He agree with Senator Dylan.
I'm afraid you're right. That country, you're just here to your here for nothing. The Baka administration will be the worst ever.
The Lord rebuke your mouth in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, Vasco.
You see?
We appreciate your prophecy.
Everybody's free to talk. I'm talking about who you're rebuking me.
You know how long you've been talking?
I
said we appreciate your prophecy.
You see that? Nelson come back. We know this. See Nelson, I mean,
oh, Nelson, you wanted to come get him.
So wait, Emmy.
Emmy, you don't rebuke.
You see, you do
You
that to
don't
me at
rebuke.
work today. Don't play with me.
No. Listen now, Emmy. No, I'm just saying.
I got a problem.
You don't
rebuke.
You don't rebuke a psychometry brother who is just trying to water his psychometry.
I mean, I get 2 persons here to respond to me. Don't hate or hate. They tell me,
Emmy, so
No,
concluding 20
I
seconds.
just had to hear
Just 20 seconds. Just 20 seconds. This brother, the brother chairman said the other time that 17 he said was Laker talk. So I want for Vasco to say we're not getting chance to talk, and we're undermining his discussion. So Vasco, please put in 20 seconds.
Thank you, Nelson. The last caller that just left the line, who supported the rescue tree.
You like that one?
He said it. No, these are the people. These are the true people that are supporting the administration. They're not your.
It's a disguised edition.
They're not your.
Exactly. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Nelson, is he still going?
Y'all was spoil the old man government. You people are so many people that spoiling the government. Because you guys are not giving no good advice. And this is a big platform. People listen to y'all. Y'all start doing that thing from now. Y'all be the us. Y'all say will damage the country.
Jesus.
But every day y'all want to make comparison.
Thank you, now, Pastor.
Let me end it one quick.
Let him keep going.
Let me end this one like this.
Mm-hmm.
People laughing at you every day if you keep making comparison to the government and you say fail. You know how it make it to be? How can you be comparing something that you want to make better than the things that have failed? You think about it. When we argue on a show, nobody should go back to George Weah. According to you, he failed. You do the right thing. And we on your back for you to do the right thing. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You see, I can be straight to the point.
Thank you, Vasco. Thank you so much. And I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree with you more. Sometimes when we come in on this platform, it's important that we take away that we take away our political hat now and be realistic to the discourse. In real politics, there's something called honesty. You gotta be honest with yourself. That's why one of the reggae singers said, "Be honest with yourself." Let's look at our region, sub-region, and look at the countries that are doing. Recently, I was just watching Burkina Faso, the current president. It was interesting to note that his time finished, and the poor joined the street. They say he will rule again because of the revolutionary decisions that he took in the short period of time in our country. Today, he's no more considered a junta, but the president for the country. Look, Liberia is too old to still be stagnant when it comes to decisive decision. I am disappointed with President Boakai to come here and be praising Meta family for the meticulous services. We know that she has done well for the country. No doubt about that. She has played her role. In many, many cases, she has played her role as a national leader. But in this case, where he almost died, to come and shoot her because that a friend, that they come from the old time thing, they can't bring it yet. That is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Let's talk about the LDA small. For me, who come from a military background, I feel very disheartened to hear that people who have those knowledge that they can work together. From the very beginning, people can say, "Oh, the president was proactive." Proactive for what? Exactly. From the very beginning, from the day A.B. Kroman was announced as DA boss, we have been hearing series of arguments between him and Fadiga and the rest of them. And the president failed to take action. Now it has busted, and people say, "Oh, that's go do investigation." Look, that institution will not be effective if Kroman remain over there, if Fadiga remain over there, and Boy remain over there. All three of them should be fired. If the president does not listen and keep those guys in their position when he comes back and saying waiting for investigation to find who is wrong, trust me, the Liberian people will begin to start distrusting the guys. And we don't want that. Drugs is a serious epidemic in our country. And we need serious-minded people to work together to minimize this thing if they can't kill it.
Thank you, Alfred.
But to sit back and be looking for my own role, like my brother Vasco was saying, looking for my own role or looking for my own interest, and not dealing with the issue decisively, it will destroy this country.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Miguel?
Well, it's been a good show. You know, we always come here to say what on our mind for our country. It's the right thing to do. But we shouldn't just keep praising people, even though if they make mistakes and we keep praising them because we got certain interest. The investigation thing that going on in Liberia, we never even hear any conclusion on any of them. If you guys heard it, I'm a Liberian citizen that any of you guys. But I never heard nothing like that. A common thing as far as party, because inauguration is like a ball party, people having good time. You know, if such thing happen, and we couldn't even hear nothing about it, and people making the sound that it was some kind of FBI investigation going on, country going against country, so they can disclose that information because like bro, we bombing in there, all that.
The Cold War era.
Yeah.
Why you being so dramatic?
I mean, I don't
because
get
it. You're so dramatic. Go ahead.
But what everybody in the comment section, you keep saying, not everything people gotta hear about. Not America.
That's what you're hearing.
But the point is, we never even heard nothing in any investigation in Liberia, period. That's just what it is. So if party ought not be investigated, we can hear about it, then I don't know what else we hear about. You know what I'm saying? So people corrupt in that country, when they go investigate, they say, "Mama, can hear about that one." They go free, scot-free, every day, people walking free. But if the president had nothing to do, and not to in the lavish praises against the lady, he can call in your office, you apply for something that you go by way, because we didn't hear nothing about this that never kill you, our president, that will fight for you so hard to bring the power. You would have died. It would have been here, maybe our country would have gone back to Georgia. You understand? So it's not something for the thing likely. For me, whatever happened at DEA yesterday or today, it was wrong. Leader don't behave like that. Those guys are example to a lot of people. People look at them, they play a very important role in a place. People, like I said, young generation in Liberia is dying from this substance. Ain't no joke about it. Whatever they got going on personally, keep your personal business at home and do the Liberian people job. Y'all got something going on, you guys are gentlemen, you can handle it the right way, but not to be doing this. So that's all I gotta say, guys. It's been a good show. Thank you, people in the comment section. That's what we're here for. Thank you.
Y'all be paying attention to the comment too much. Go ahead.
I mean, the deal with me bowing.
You paying attention to you? Paying attention to it?
No, because you fall for the drama and the sentiment from Vasco, and that is why people on you in the comment section. The basic issue here is we should be careful as to how we fall for certain drama from Vasco. Vasco want about sentiment, but we have said it. Ente Miata, she's a veteran in the student community. She provides the lenses and direction for students, but that doesn't neglect the fact that when we say something that is smelling, we shouldn't speak the fact all. The investigation wasn't concluded. Like we have said it, many investigations in Liberia has always been swept under the carpet in the name of connection, in the name of the certain magnitude in the investigation we don't want to show out there. What is that? If you show certain counts or what was the reason some of these things happening, Liberia will not fall. I think the security aspect, you could leave it out. But let people know how the money was spent and basic things. So on the issue of the LDA, for somebody to just sit on the platform, Alfred, you made me to think somehow to that. But anyway, you in there. Sometimes when people in there, you overspeak. You're talking about serious issue here with some level of gravity of allegation. Then you sit on the platform, you said that you got this military there. Why because of the allegation? You are a security personnel. What because of those grave allegations that undermine the threat of jobs? Like I said, those various allegations that Fadiga talked about should be investigated. Fadiga as well should be investigated upon for some of his reasons, some of his behavior that he then carry on. When he's guilty or it's a master dismissal, I think the both of them or whatsoever decision that will be taken based on the verdict from the investigation, it will be fair enough. You cannot leave the labyrinth people in doubt in the new or wanting to take swift action. So what speaks well into some of the basis allegations. But I want to close that day. There are
It's
basis issues
unfortunate.
out
It's
there.
unfortunate that you never served in any paramilitary in Liberia.
You are cutting the man up, Alfred. You can't do that.
Yeah. I have to interrupt him to make this clear.
No, Alfred, that's not right. Alfred, that's not right. Everybody cannot be interrupted. You see how I'm interrupting you right now? It's making the show ugly. So let him go.
Thank you for protecting me, friends. And we survive. Will not be distracted.
You are protected. You are
we come on the show. We very focused. You understand? So like I think talking about serving military. We're talking about serious issue that has to do with job. We're talking about military. We're talking about allegations surrounding somebody who is said to be attached to people with jobs.
Thank you, sorry.
Come on, brother. I want to conclude that date. There are certain things, I've been always, I'm not especially when it comes to social counseling, rather. There are some social issues we need to discuss. I have had the opportunity to be nurturing and counseling when a 6 to 5 person who were frustrated on a social issue. And I think it is important we come here sometimes we nurture people on some business issue out of politics. Because the issue about subjecting our talk to politics all of it. There are 20 issues out there. Not everybody that view oil, they always had it. And reason of wanting to be political discussion all of the time. I know we not have view that day, but it is important that we have somebody did business discussion. But it was a good thing though. It was a good thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I do
agree. For us non-politicians, I do agree with that. Sorry.
Hats off to you, Bella. Hats off to you, Bella. You did great. Thank you.
1 second, they are internet, sorry. The day you work on it, then we'll leave politics. You see the main internet?
And that social issue has to do things with just saying medicine and how it has been victimized in our place. So we bring some of the business to
man, do your own life.
So
he out of touch. Go ahead, our friend said he out of words. That was a good one, sorry. Nelson is out of words.
I think it was a good show tonight, but just a few things to talk about the investigation. When there are certain investigations, the entire report cannot be put out. So when our brother Rhoda want to reach for the stars about Miata family, what if there was a murder? Okay, we are investigating corruption. So if there was a murder allegation, that part can be kept classified. If there's an attempt on the president, whatever the case may be, that portion of the investigation can be kept classified. But when they talk about misappropriation of funds or corruption, that can be put out to the public. So not all investigation, the entire investigation can just be kept secret because there's one national security issue. No, you can separate. You can declassify a portion of that investigation and put the other one out. So but just unfortunately, in Liberia, everything can go into some kind of hole, a dark hole that nothing can come outside. Hopefully, it will start to change, and that dark hole will get some light, and the Liberian people will learn something. It's hard to defend people when they don't want to be defended because that executive mansion need to shut down that website, shut down those people that come out all those crazy statements. It's embarrassing to come out and praise somebody like that for failure of our inauguration. So then the DEA issue today was just disgraceful also. So all of them need to go. Yes, even though they need to be fired, but it still need to be investigated because a lot of things were said, especially accusing the director of being part of a cartel and stuff like that. Even if it's not true, it need to be investigated, and we need to know what, because when there's smoke, there's fire. So something need to come up. And I heard some people talking about, maybe some of the people he said, or he allegedly said that those are my informant. You do not stop your field agents from arresting your informant. If you have informant, they will be arrested for the safety of that informant. They need to be arrested. And when they come behind the scene, you can release them, or some technicality, or whatever the case may be. But you can say, don't touch that person. It just raises red flag. So even if they are alleging that he refused or he started for arresting somebody else, Then he put his own people on blast. He put in light on his own informant in the street. So, there's so much that go into this thing that we don't know so far. We will wait for the investigation. Hopefully, we will know what happened.
Thank you.
Another investigation. Thank you.
That one, I security one. Get guys out.
Please start interrupting. I'll show you drama. Go ahead, Marie. Oh, was it Soiree? I mean, what's his name? Touré ran away.
I think it's my turn.
Yeah, Marie, go ahead.
Before I say what I want to say, I feel like it's so funny to sit on this platform and listen to Vasco giving us prophecy for his religious advisor that if the people want $35,000.
Tell me about it. I forget clown to the church.
Reverend Nimble is being escorted. You have anything to say to Spoon TV? Okay. You have anything to say to Spoon TV?
Whatsoever you put on Spoon TV concerning is false. It's all lies.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know you put one side of the story. That's how running
Okay, but the folks say you took money from them for
you've been listening, but
90%.
But do your investigation first before you proceed on that. The information is wrong.
90% are they lying on you or 90%?
It's lies. It's all lies. I have a document. It's all false.
Okay.
The minute the real shaka can
The louder, man.
They had an office at Forget Clown Church. To that Forget Clown
Nelson.
Go
They
ahead,
was almost
Marie.
like the pastor who said, "You don't lie."
Yeah.
They're married with them.
I'm my job there, brother. You say
Never
you're
met my job there, brother Marty.
Anyway, today was a good show. I just want to say, when it comes to the whole investigation situation with Mrs. Fambule, instead of nobody is stopping the president from coming out and giving gratitude to what she did. But then if he's giving her praises, he should be telling us why he thinks she did such a great job and how the money was spent. I'm not saying he should give a detailed maybe a detailed investigation report, but tell the Liberian people how the money was used and that it was used according to what the plan was. Because let me tell you something about politics in our country. If all that money was not appropriated to the UP party, like they stated that the CDC did not give that money. If the CDC government ate that money, trust me, the president was going to come out with that news and say it. So why now shield Miata family if it's the other way around? Just like he was so swift in coming out and saying saying that Josh Weah did not leave that amount when Josh Weah said he left that amount, should have been the same thing with this investigation. And for the DEA situation, I don't think it should be limited to insubordination. I think that there is something going on, something deeper. And I like that so far the both deputies that have spoken are open to investigation. They want the government to investigate. They want people to know what's actually going on. So the investigation is definitely necessary for the situation. And I think after the investigation, none of them should return, because as it stands, they won't be able to work together, and they are already a failure as it is. Lastly, I would like to say a very, 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 very happy birthday to me.
We'll do a letter. That's it. We'll save the best for the last.
I would like to say a very happy birthday to me.
We'll save the best for the last.
For turning +1 today. I really love the young lady that I becoming.
29 today.
Marie, we will do that. We did it.
29 today.
Okay. If you want me to wait, I'll wait. That's okay, Ture. You can go ahead.
I see why you looking so pretty tonight.
What? I come from work. You don't see me.
Sorry,
Where is that the
if you're not on camera, we don't want to hear from you.
Sorry, were you not reading the chat? Stay in your lane, my man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get to the big kick here. Look, there is something called cognitive dissonance.
Oh,
where your actions,
that's my brother. That's why you need to listen.
Where your actions and your belief are conflicted. They will also have another one called political dissonance. That right there, that's what we are dealing with. And I'm so glad that Nelson decided to come on right at the time, because the fourth estate should be held liable or responsible for some of the things that happen in our country. I think you guys are now holding politicians accountable for promises they have made to the Liberian people. Let me start with, because me, I can't forget. They don't told us that after these elections, that the election commissioner are going to be somewhere at the what? At the Senate for violating what he terms to be what? That voter roll. I did not forget. What happened? What happened to that? You see, that's the thing. If we let go of these things and not follow through with this thing, it becomes important. And that's what we are experiencing. Okay, this is an age-old problem that we have in the country. Look, politicians will always try to start up war situation because the media are not putting pressure on them. That's the same way with this investigation. No one is asking question about it. The press secretary is there. She's not being asked about these things. It's just gonna weed itself out. Slow walking, total walking, so it will just go there. So that's the game people have been playing, and I'm challenging the fourth estate because you guys are the link between the politicians and the public. You guys playing the role as the mediator. You all have to hold these people accountable and keep us informed. That's how it's supposed to be. And let me tell you this: for those of you in the chat, in the comment section, talking about not everything is supposed to be made public. I mean, public, so sort of made public to the public. A lot of public going down there. But I'm telling you right now, there is no way. Somebody. This maybe I may sound very old, but there's this politician in America called John Edward. Edward was running against Barack Obama back in the days to win the Democrat nomination. He cheated on his wife. He let to say he cheated on his wife, and that derailed his campaign. But his campaign was investigated for gross misuse of campaign funds. I'm not trying to equip this with the inaugural fund, but I'm just saying, if anything that have to do with the public should be done publicly. If you're gonna come and from a PR standpoint, Nelson, it does not even look good on the government, because if you're gonna say you're gonna investigate something publicly, then the funding of that investigation should be done publicly. That's what it is. So I mean, we're not gonna be here to try to sugarcoat anything. That's why for some of us, we don't believe in anybody giving us opportunity. We look for our opportunity. If we can get in government, we'll get in the public sector. So my head can't fit in anybody's mouth. Thank you very much. Good
Sorry,
night.
don't believe Nelson. I am not expecting any job from nobody. Don't believe Nelson. That thing Nelson said that's a fiasco talk. Don't believe Nelson.
Nelson, you always want to put people on the defensive, but
I am comfortable and I am sitting in the USA. I'm not looking for a job back home.
Sorry, Eric Denter.
Rudolph.
Eric Denter feel disrespected.
I'm not referring to you, brother. I'm just saying something.
Brother, the man not doing job are you, but the reality of the matter here is that in our country, this is the trend. This is the trend.
I feel like they're coming with a whole different.
My man, so now I mean, I just
you the least I would expect of looking job for somebody because you are qualified.
I'm about to speak. There to be distracting the whole forum.
Insubordination. That's what we're talking about. Insubordination. The Theo just crying for you.
Vasco
What are you doing?
calling to go pray. Vasco telling you you're
insubordination
going.
already leave the DA and come to the late level
It
politics
comes to
again.
the late night politics. I'm telling you, my brother. But it's okay. It's okay.
So,
Nothing like this.
Emmy, you want to do your closing?
You know, I want to agree. Like I said before, right? I'm gonna start with the whole intimate issue. It is true, right? That the president was showering praises on this lady because probably because of what the investigation showed. Now, do I agree that it should be shielded or whatever? I don't know. Okay, because I don't know the protocol on that. But yes, if you don't come to the public to let them know stuff, they will assume like people like Alfred and it's because because of your way back in the days, whatever thing you had with her, and well, all of that is speculations, right? They are making it because they think they know what happened when they don't know. And people that Vasco that come in here, someone listen to their advice and not compare Judge Weir. How can we not look, people? Let me tell you something, okay? We come in here all the time to compare Judge Weir government to that of JMB government. Doesn't mean that I will keep singing this song here so y'all get to know the chorus and start singing it with me. Doesn't mean that somebody wants JMB government to do all the wrong things that Judge Weir was doing. Then some of us isn't going to come here as advocates and campaigning to get him removed, right? But if people that, and this is why we don't take people that Vasco then seriously, because if people that Vasco then can come on this show here and say that when they talk about the road is good from here to Zweju, you say, oh, y'all didn't see machine on that road, working on the road. The pass says, yeah, everything was good. Then when they come to the small pothole place where the car gets stuck, you say, oh, that is 22 million other roads there. You take credit for the one, the people doing the good one, and then you don't want to take credit. You tell people like us here, Josh, we are going to the southeast in helicopter was what? Propaganda. I said you and I in the comment section, and everybody said I had never seen it with our own eyes, including Vasco. He come in and tells us that those things was propaganda. It's not true. This is why we don't take this is why we compare those things, because up to now, Vasco they still cannot admit any wrong that Judge Weir did. And then you want to come here and have the straight face to hold somebody accountable. It's just funny and not real. That's why we do the comparison, not because we want it to be the same business as usual. No. And like I said, some investigation is true that
Emmy, you are muted. We're not hearing you, Emmy.
certain things like government
because Emmy, your note is very long. Emmy,
if you're not cutting me off, you will hear my note will be short.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, oh Jesus, try to make me lose my train of thought, but it's not gonna work. So, some of the investigations that I already did that we do that government do, we don't know about it. So we cannot come in and when people say, oh, you're not supposed to know about every investigation, and people be jumping through the hoop through that car windshield and say, oh no, you're supposed to know. Nobody is saying that you shield anything that the public needs to know. But the fact of the matter is not every investigation that the government does that we know about. That's what some of us are saying. Which one of them that we're not supposed to know about or that we're supposed to know about? I mean, we're not know because you're not working government before. So don't shoot me, but that's just the fact. So we shouldn't something here and make it look like somebody trying to shield government or do they want to do that one. No. Thank you guys for watching us. And yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
we
so
will be
today
back
is
here.
Mary's birthday.
As I was finishing up for Nelson coming up.
My birthday already passed, so can I get a song too for my past?
Okay, so just
I met the first lady today, guys. I met the first lady today.
I saw you.
Yeah, but guys, let me do this. We're gonna cover all of that. So the first thing is the activity talking about the raffle for the We Are Firefighters is
Right.
still going on. And so to form part of the raffle, okay, someone reached out yesterday wanting to get your cash app, Francis. The person wants to make some contribution to this. So the goal is to get 1,000 fire alarms that can be shipped to smoke alarms, sorry, that can be shipped to Liberia to help save lives. And so
Eh?
so yeah, so the process is on. You can make whatever contribution you can if you see it necessary to help save lives here in Liberia. You know how much of an impact the fire disaster have had on lives. So many lives have been lost and all of that. So this initiative is geared towards saving lives. Every dime, every single dime and penny Francis receives through this initiative is going to be directed at getting more smoke alarms, sending it to Liberia to help save lives. So, as a way of getting this on, he has his PS5 that he's putting forward through a raffle draw. The raffle draw is going to be held 2 Saturdays from now. So, all you have to do to form part of the raffle draw is to um, get a spot with just $50. $50, you can get a spot, your number and everything. During the day of the raffle, all of those who got a slot, there will be a raffle. We're gonna put all the name together. We'll shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. We'll call one small picking to come. So the person who wins will walk away with the PS5. But the goal here is to help save lives in Liberia. At least
Absolutely.
you have $50 and do something, get a smoke alarm to help save lives. So and the next thing is Siata Temwe is an ardent follower of our show. She's participating in the Super Mom competition. Please support her. Just give her a vote,
Where is
and
that?
gonna be it's gonna be a great one. And then Vasco, don't go, please. And then yeah, Vasco looking at time. So finally, Mary is celebrating her birthday today.
Yay!
Maria started receiving birthday messages across. Uh,
Happy
so
birthday! Can we sing the
yeah,
birthday song?
Nelson, quickly before you end Marie's stuff, I got a
Adam
question for
Michael
you.
Mars and Marie, my crush.
I received a report that majority of our people now, especially in the city center, most people are using, because of electricity, most people are using the propane to do their daily hot stuff. The gas, using the gas to cook their food in their houses and all of that. So that report, that person was telling me was that most of the fire incidences that we are now having is as a result of people don't know how to use the propane properly. So most of the time they leave the gas open, and at the end of the day, it leads to fire in those different instances. So how true is that?
And people are setting those fires.
I haven't come across that actually, because how many people in West Point using that? How many people in the poor parts of the country?
Alfred.
So this,
Vasco, don't come here with no calamity.
That's it, right there.
Nelson
The
just
fire
took
like in our
my
country
mind
is
way
not fire
back.
that caused by any other thing.
Nelson,
calamity.
doing Ellington, right? Doing Ellington. The boys from from under the
Yes, we
tree.
have to go. So
I
let's sing
told
a happy
them, yeah,
birthday
but
song for Mary.
one deal that have been struck. How would this deal benefit the lives of the people in West Point? West Point was always the attacking place.
Yeah. So everybody, let's sing a happy birthday song
I
for
forgot
our
about West Point again.
sister.
One.
Celebrate birthday today. 1, 2, 3,
Happy
go.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mary. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you, Marie. The good Lord bless you.
How
Thank
old
you.
are you?
Many healthy years.
I turned +1 today.
Mind your business.
So
May you
She
live
actually
long,
turned
healthy,
29
and
years old
beautiful
today.
forever.
Amen.
No.
Amen. I'm so grateful to be able to see another June 5th. I'm proud.
What's your birthday resolution?
I'm very proud of the young lady I am becoming. I'm proud of the friend.
We are proud of you too, Mary. We are proud of you.
I am
We are
proud
so
of
proud
the
of you.
friend that I am. I'm proud of the panelist that I am to every one of you guys.
Even though
I am
you and
proud
your
of the
perfectly laugh
lifesaver
from
you
time to
are.
time, but we are.
I am proud of the young mother that I
But
am.
one day, now he's better young man all the time.
And I am proud of the daughter
I'll
that
put people in the back for interrupting my speech. Please go ahead, Amari.
I am proud of the daughter that I am to my parents anyway. But I wish myself a lot of things today. I have very big goals, and as time go by, it will
Don't cry, Mary. Don't cry. Don't cry.
Mary, the whole
I'm not crying.
The whole street will say
it's done. It's done. It's done.
And doesn't get do that thing.
Mary, the
Happy
whole street will
birthday,
say
I'm you. And nothing to that thing.
Yeah, it is done.
Happy, can we all give our tribute, please? Can I give my tribute? You're start interrupting. Happy birthday, Marie.
Thank you.
May God be with you, keep you, strengthen you, continue to order your steps, and take you to your destination as you wish, as you pray.
Amen.
May He answer all of your secret prayers. Look at the one.
Amen.
Well,
Look, never gonna stop that.
I want y'all to do it one. I mean, before Pastor can pray, calamity prayer.
No. We'll just keep Vasco out. Before Vasco got brings on a promise here.
You are a great person. You are a great friend, like you already said.
What
Business partner, I still need to investigate that because you don't answer the phone, but yeah, you
are married.
May you enjoy your day today, and
thank you.
Thank you. In Jesus' name.
Marie, from the bottom of my heart, I want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you.
May you live long, may you live healthy.
Amen.
Wealth. May you achieve all of your aspirations and dreams and goals and continue saving lives, man. You obviously work in a field that's challenging but rewarding all at the same time because you are impacting society, you are impacting lives. So on this day, man, and every day I want you to be the shining star you are. But I must add this before I leave. I don't think anybody I wish you more than what a happy birthday than Eric. I think Eric came with some motives that we don't know. But happy birthday, Mary.
Amen. Thank you.
Okay, guys, I know you guys want to do this one after another.
We got love, but we can't make it. We gotta go.
We can make it.
Mary,
I want to say happy
I'm still waiting for my invitation, Rudolph.
Yeah, Mary, I want to say happy 27th birthday to you.
Oh, sorry. I was spoiling.
We wish you all the best. And happy
no,
birthday.
the 129 today, not 27.
Mary has been 26. Mary just turned 27.
Mary is 27.
Is it 26 or 27 you turned
27?
My man, I said they got 29 today, said 27.
If I should guess, Mary is between 20.
Rudolph's looking for a partner.
No, Mary told me her age. That's why I am saying what I'm saying.
No,
Maria 25.
Awa. I'm smart, yo. I turned 28.
Sorry.
Oh, 28.
Sorry, I'm looking for equal.
No. Right, let me tell you. Don't play with me.
You see, Suarez looking tell her that it'll be booming.
Nelson, I would never outlive
that
exchange between soirée and I gotta went to
everything soirée say get S.
No, Vasco, you gotta get a change here. You say you go to school.
I can't wait for next year.
Oh my God, man! I do a funny one, man.
Look, but I want to say happy birthday. Everyone wants to give me change, right?
Okay, so to
wait 1 minute now. I want to say happy birthday to you, Marie, and I wish you all of the best. More money. I know you love money, Benny. Take time with the food, and I mean, all the best in your endeavor, man. Your career. I'm proud of you, and we are panelists.
We will not be doing justice. We'll not be doing justice if we didn't allow Vasco to say something as the
Why you say that?
Yeah, that's what I'm here to say.
Why you say that on the food, sorry? Why you trying to tell me?
I'm Marie best.
Yeah, Marie.
Marie always call me in the group. Marie always calling me in the group for all the lecture. So Marie, I wish you happy birthday.
Thank you,
Marie calling you in the calling you to lecture.
I mean, don't destroy the man.
He's taking the football. He ain't say individually.
No, then not you. She calling us.
I said me. You think we can call somebody in that group? You know that.
In that group.
So Marie, I pray
I still did a group like a personal number.
Let Aaron do it. Talk about milk party with the Marie bottle of wine. Are you a pay for it?
The 5 year plus
Eric Cash
in the administration.
No, we can
get pay for that wine.
Eric, please take us off.
No, don't worry, my government
so we can celebrate Marie tonight, please.
So to our audience, we want to say thank you. Thanks to everyone out there. We appreciate you.